Whoa. He's out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys, and what is going on? Is that me?
No.
Check 1, 2. Oh, Ethan, that's you. Hang on. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. Now I can hear myself. Can you guys hear yourself?
Yeah.
Why is that cutting out? I can't hear myself now. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I think you can hear me, so let me know in the chat if you can hear us. We're working on our own headsets, the only thing that we can't hear right now. So how you doing? Let's Go Elks. Right now we're at Blue Ridge for Blue Ridge's last home game of the year. Your Round Valley Elks facing off against the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets for their homecoming and senior night here tonight. Senior night festivities just got done, a little bit pregame action. So what are we seeing there? Why is that popping in and out, Dan?
I have no idea. I cannot find the source of that.
No, try. I think it's going to be here. Mess with this. Because we didn't have it at all until...
Well, there's nothing to...
Unplug Ethan. Unplug Channel 4. And anyway, so we're here live. We got Blue Ridge for senior night. We got Blue Ridge for homecoming. The officials are on the field. We got about 20 minutes. We got a little bit of chat, a little bit of stuff to go over as we try to figure out this headphone conversation. And I guess, Steven, can you hear me okay while we get that going? You hear me enough? Okay. So something I want to talk about is the rankings came out today, Steven. How do you feel like the number 3 ranking for the Round Valley Elks underneath Yuma Catholic, underneath Snowflake, how does that impact the Round Valley Elks? Is that...
I think maybe, if I'm a coach, I'm using it as a motivator, that the numbers are working against us. Looking at everything else that goes into it, I understand the math with Snowflake's schedule. They didn't have a Coronado on their schedule. That's going to pull down there.
So a little tougher overall. You think that really factored in for them?
Their weakest game is Thatcher.
Okay.
And so that's...
I think you're right. I think Round Valley's going to take it as a motivator. I think that they're going to use that as a way for them to really, excite the team, get things going for this week. And so Round Valley coming into this game at number 3. This really is a battle for the 3A East, I think, right here, right? This game between Round Valley, Snowflake, and Blue Ridge, here we are. This is kind of the game that ends off the regular season for the 3A East.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they're doing it this year. With COVID, it's a little bit different. I've heard that the region winners are going to get an automatic bid. So this game does mean something that way. It won't. I think the ranking won't make as big a difference. If we win tonight and win the East, we'll get the automatic bye where Snowflake may not. And so we'll see how that goes.
Dan, you were working on the audio situation. I still can't hear anything out of it. Turn me up on 1. There we go a little bit. Dan, how do you think? The rankings coming out, Round Valley at 3, coming into the last game. A factor, a motivator?
The rankings, of course, are going to set, the postseason. I don't put a lot of faith in the rankings and how they're calculated. I like the old head-to-head. I'm not really surprised that we ended up where we are. In fact, to be honest, I kind of like it because we're going to be right there in the middle. So we don't look like...
We're not the target.
We're not the target, and it doesn't look like we're going to have that, that real heavy first-round game.
We want to be high enough on the list, though, that we get home game playoff, advantage. And so Elks playing tonight, I think that will factor in a little bit as we get ready for the playoffs, hoping for the first 2 weeks of the playoffs to be in the Dome. And so this week obviously factoring into that situation, Stephen, leaning into how the playoffs are gonna go this week. And so, guys, we're here. We got about 13, 14 minutes before kickoff here in Blue Ridge. It's a little chilly, not as cold as I thought it would be, but the night is young. Maybe by the third and fourth quarter we're going to be a little bit colder than it was, but we're here for you people. We love you. We got the Vandernord family from Texas chiming in, saying hi. They are watching. They're excited. We got Tanya Matthews. We've got, let's see who else is chiming in on. Sharon saying we're loud and clear. Thank you. The problem was on our end. It was all isolated in our headphones, but I think we've got that lined out now. We've got the Ashcroft family watching from Alabama. Ashcroft family, thanks for joining us.
Howdy, neighbor.
So I think what we were saying actually factors in a lot. I think Snowflake's schedule with the power ranking system makes sense. Why, even though we do beat them, I'm sure that factored in a lot. That win did mean something for us. Yeah. But with an overall tighter schedule, without a Coronado, like Steven said, I think that really does factor into the overall.
And if we're able to take care of business in Safford, then that would be a moot point. 6-0 would have been a lot stronger.
Yeah.
We'd have been number 2 automatically, if not number 1.
Round Valley's only loss on the season, a 12-14 loss against Safford, scoreless in the first half. Yeah. Really, really big defensive game. Came down to just a few plays, and you could see the Elks really getting things dialed in, really making some changes there in the fourth quarter, but don't know if it was too little too late. It was just an unfortunate way that the score went
we had some bad luck. I had a blocking issue on an extra point. Got blocked. The extra point got blocked. And then that put us having to go for 2 after our second touchdown. Just some things that we, don't happen every day. And so.
Well, here's what I like about it. Our schedule's really set up to our benefit.
Yes.
We had Sholo, then we went Winslow, which was kind of a light week. Then we faced Snowflake, and then we got Coronado, which is another light week, and now we have Blue Ridge. So if you think about it, the Elks aren't going to have the wear and tear that a lot of teams are going to have at this point in the season, because we've alternated those heavy games and those lighter games to the point where we actually have a chance to recover.
Yeah. Last week, Coronado gave it all they had, but for our starters, it's kind of like a bye week. They played a quarter.
Yep.
That's about it. And really 2 versus 3, as far as the bracket, doesn't make a big difference.
Not at all. Not at all.
So are you guys surprised? You talked about wear and tear as we're chatting here in the Pioneer Title Agency pregame. A huge thanks to Pioneer Title, by the way, for helping us out that way. But did you think that, we've had a really solid season. It's been really good for the Elks. I was worried, one, going to 3A, two, with the teams that we were playing, that we would be a little more dinged up than we were. And Round Valley has really stayed healthy, I think, overall for the season. And so hopefully we're able to continue that into the playoffs. But so I think scheduling is part of that. Hard week, off week, hard week, off week. Yep. I think part of that as well is going to be the coaching. They're trying to keep the kids healthy and when we need them. You've seen players that have been hurt that have come in when we've needed them, playing a little bit more and more. Makai Funaki being number 1 of those, number 88. We've seen him playing a little more and more as he's working into his arm and his leg that have both been a factor this year. And so.
Well, and let's not forget that COVID's going to play into that a little bit. I mean, you've got COVID, that's the elephant in the room, right? Because teams that would normally, like Winslow, Winslow has always been a heavy team. They've always been, they've always given us their best game until COVID. Coronado used to be one of the more preeminent programs in the Valley. Now this year we've got COVID. Mm-hmm. So I think we benefited from that quite a bit because it gave us a chance in our schedule to actually regroup, refit, and stay healthy. Whereas last year or possibly next year, I don't believe we'd be that lucky. Because quite honestly, we're probably looking at a much heavier schedule to the point to where it's going to be an uphill battle for the players to stay healthy from week to week to week going into November.
Yeah, and the schedule changed. People don't realize we had Gilbert Christian on our schedule. We had Gilbert North, ALA Gilbert North. Those are two of the top 10 programs in 3A. Those are teams we would have played this year, and so that's made a difference in our preparation.
Well, yeah, and we haven't even discussed what happens in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs when we start looking at the Push Ridges, Yuma Catholics. We get 3 rounds deep into the playoffs. That's who we're playing.
Yeah, we were talking earlier off the air that the difference between 2A and 3A is the depth. 2A, you had 4 or 5 teams that had a legitimate shot at winning it every year. 3A, you've got 12 to 13 teams that on any given night can beat each other, and so it's a big difference in the level of state playoff competition.
talking about playoff competition, we've got the girls volleyball team, right, heading to playoffs right now. They sent me something that we want to show, but for some reason to this phone it's not downloading, and so I'm going to have them resend it over Messenger. But shout out to girls volleyball right now. Who are the ladies playing, and when do they play? Do we know?
I will check.
Is it tomorrow, I think, right? I believe it was Saturday.
It is tomorrow. We're going down for a tournament, but we're going to try to go by and see the volleyball game.
So, ladies, please send us some messages. We see you in the Facebook chat. Please send us some love. We want to hear from you throughout the game, and keep sending me those messages. If you guys want to send us a shout-out over text, you can do that to 928-251-0005. That's 928-251-0005. You can also send it to me on Facebook. You can hit me up on Facebook Messenger, and I'll try to capture it that way. Guys, we're going to stand, I believe, for the national anthem here, so bear with us for just a second. We'll cut to a camera with a flag on it. So we're waiting on Blue Ridge to come out. Blue Ridge is on their way out, lined up. And I believe this to be the Blue Ridge fight song. Round Valley Elks also coming onto the field right now. So the team's coming out. We will be here with the national anthem here in just a second. I believe we were waiting for Blue Ridge to get onto the field. Round Valley Elks getting up in the air. They're getting a look side. It's a little chilly for them, I think, a little chillier than what the Elks are used to. And so we should be here with the national anthem now. The Blue Ridge Marching Band with the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Blue Ridge Marching Band with a nice rendition of the national anthem. We got some fireworks, something that we're not totally accustomed to here because the dome doesn't allow for that. But we do have dome-style wind here this evening. You look at the flag, not a lot of action going on the flag, so that's going to help Mr. Kevin Flores out as we get to game time here. So the volleyball team plays in Sedona 9 a.m. tomorrow. Ladies, keep those text messages coming to 928-251-0005. Again, this is the pre-game show brought to you by Pioneer Title Agency in Springerville, Arizona. A huge thanks to Carly and her staff at Pioneer Title, big supporters of our program here. We got the kickoff going.
Number 10 is the captain for Blue Ridge.
Riley Hamlin is our captain, so.
Coin flip, looking at the Elks. Let's see what we decide.
Round Valley defers.
Round Valley will defer to the second half. Blue Ridge going to pick a side. We get things going here. Joni, you are welcome. We're glad to do it. We're excited to be here. We're excited to cheer on the Elks as well as we get this done. Is anybody else having problem with their audio? Cynthia's saying the volume is very low. Please check your device. I think your device might be a little low. Elise, please let us know. Please send me some pictures. We would love to post up pictures, videos, and a synopsis of the game. Send that to me at my Facebook page or to Let's Go Elks. Let me know that you sent it. Oh, look, Tyler Elmer's in the chat, guys. He's ready.
Hi, Tyler.
Hi, Tyler. I'm here. If anybody has news on the cross-country championship today, please pass it along. We had Jessica Madrid running for the state title today.
State title. She ran it on the same course. She won. They're playing on the same course. She ran on the same course that she's running on again for state, so it's awesome. Got Fried Chicken in the chat. Fried Chicken not with us tonight. He's at home watching at Mima and Grandpa's house. Chickadee China, the Fried Chicken. Tom Pfeiffer's watching. Mr. Pfeiffer, how you doing, sir? Tom was my line coach at one point as well when I was playing the game.
He was mine when I was a freshman.
No way.
Yep. No, sophomore.
All right, guys. Blue Ridge getting to their sideline. Round Valley Special Teams getting ready to start. We're getting ready to kick this thing off as we wrap up the Pioneer Title Agency pregame as the Elks take on the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets here in Blue Ridge for their homecoming and their senior night. Also possibly a little bit of motivation for the Elks there.
Yeah. You think?
So, guys, as we get ready to start the game, please hit that share button. Please post out, let people know where they can watch the game as we end our pregame, getting ready for the action live as the Elks start to face off against the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. Mr. Kevin Flores getting things going. It's time for the first quarter action. Big thanks to Woodland Building Center in Springerville bringing the first quarter action here in Blue Ridge. You guys ready for some football?
Boom. There's the kick.
It's so weird because I'm not announcing the live. I don't know what to do. Oh, a good wall there for Blue Ridge. He breaks through. He's wide open. Number 12 running for it. We've crossed midfield. Riley Hamlin's going to get him. Riley Hamlin's going to pick it up on the 25-yard line. Huge start for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets.
Wow.
So
this is almost deja vu.
So I was going to say that. This is kind of a good omen since Snowflake had a big first play, and then we recovered. That was a good 70-yard return.
Did you guys see that nice secondary line that Blue Ridge had there? 5-6 guys. He was able to pick and choose where he wanted to go. I think he let the hole develop. But here we go. Blue Ridge's first offensive play. Blue Ridge under center. Yes. Nope. Going to the shotgun.
P.J. London.
High snap. Round Valley's going to take advantage. Let's see. He's going to try to pass it. We'll see if we get an attack. Oh, yeah! Round Valley with a huge loss. That's 24-yard loss there. It's 2nd and 34 for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets on a high
snap. Chasing down.
We'll look at the replay here.
I think it was Owen Young on that backside.
My goodness.
Great.
Well, that's a way to get some of those yards back.
Yeah, that got it.
All the pressure came from the backside. So you had Owen Young and who else was over there? Maybe Hogel.
We got Ethan Holiday working the cameras for you tonight. Here on our crew tonight, we've got Daniel and Ryan Pena. We got Rustin McBride and Cody Eager. Thank you, Legacy Teen Productions, for being with us on this collab again with the Lodge. 2nd and long, number 10. He's rolling. He's looking. He's got pressure. Round Valley's got him back. Got him deep. He's going to try to roll around. He's going to try to get rid of it. Passes up. Pass intercepted. Riley Hamlin. He's going to get to midfield. Riley won't quit. Riley to the 40.
No,
we got 40.
We got a flag.
20. 10. Riley gets pushed out about the 10-yard line, but we've got Laundry at the 42 on the Elks side.
Cutback, more than likely.
Yeah.
Block in the back. Yep.
So that's post possession, so we still get it.
We're just going to move it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the spot. So it's going to move back from the 42.
All right, guys, here we got some exciting action. Just a minute and a half into the Woodland Building Center first quarter of play. I am going to switch my replay so I can try to get you guys some of this action on the replay. So it'll be at the infraction. We get the interception, but it comes all the way back.
Yeah, from the point of the foul. So
Round Valley's going to start things off at the 31-yard line, their own 31-yard line. Notable play, though. That interception was a notable play. That was nice.
Yes, it was. That was
a little
a great
miscommunication.
Play.
They got to get the chain set, so it's going to be just a second.
The other team's got the ball, and it's first down. So
first down. There we go.
Round Valley in the offensive position, minute 23. Owen Young from the shotgun, one in the backfield with him. A little bit of a low snap. We're going to hand off to Mr. Wiltbank. Seth Wiltbank trying to get around the outside, cuts in. He's going to get about 8 yards on the play, second down.
But we kind of got a break there. Ortiz.
Yeah, Ortiz kind of got away with one, and Seth broke for another couple yards off of that block. We got to be careful on those edges.
So where were you saying? So we're going to see it here on the left side. Oh, we're cutting to the field.
It's on the other side. It's
right
there. Right there.
Oh, yeah. A little bit of action there.
He didn't really grab him. He kind of shielded him. It looked like the official was right there.
I think he realized it as well as he went to make contact there. Second and about 1.5 for the Elks. Owen Young from the shotgun. Got Wiltbank in the backfield with him. Owen is going to hang on to it. He's going to pitch. He does use the pitch option. We don't see Round Valley exercise that option very much.
Nope.
But it got the first down. Got a couple yards. Elks are moving the chains.
Well, Blue Ridge's defensive ends are going to be a little more disciplined than what we've seen. We saw a lot of over pursuit with both Sholo and Snowflake, so we didn't really have to use that pitch read like we're using tonight. I look for that to happen a lot more.
So, Dan, why? So, Pioneer Title's our pregame sponsor. Why do you use a title agency? How do they hook into the whole buying-selling process?
Well, when you're buying property, they insure the title of the property, which means they insure the status of your ownership. They make sure your ownership is clean.
Owen Young with a nice hang. He's able to bounce off of one block, getting about 5 yards on the play.
That was Seth.
Was that Seth? Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Wiltbank with a nice read on the block there, be able to run for another couple yards. It's going to be 2nd and 6 here. But sorry, so they hold the title on the buying and selling process.
Well, what happens is when you buy property, it's like automobile insurance, right? You buy automobile insurance to cover you if there's any problems, if you get in a wreck, that kind of thing. Title insurance is the same way. They insure your title against, somebody coming in and claiming they own the property, or somebody comes in and claims they have an easement across your property that isn't recorded or something along those lines.
Nice pitch.
Young sends Hamblin in motion, pitches to the right side again with the option. First down for Round Valley. Seth Wiltbank with another about 8 yards on the carry.
Yeah. Owen pitched that just at the right time.
Yes, he did.
It's a beautiful art to see the quarterback that's able to read that. It's almost at contact. They're releasing the ball there. And so Owen Young, again, we've seen some really cool growth from Owen Young over the past few years. And so nice to see that execute so well. Sorry I missed it on the replay there. We're getting everything lined out with the cameras here.
Well, it takes a lot of discipline to make that read, pitch the ball, knowing that you're going to get hit. Hole up the middle.
We've seen something in film because we're pounding it,
Yeah, we're not, we're doing it 3 and 5 at a time.
Yeah.
Here, we're going to go back and show you that option one more time. Here's a replay of the option. Again, Riley Hamlin coming in motion to the right side. Beautiful pitch on contact. And Wiltbank able to make some lemonade out of that and get a first down out of it. So nice bob and a weave there for for Wiltbank. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Elks as we're doing a consistent little drive here.
Yeah, I like this drive so far. This is very reminiscent of what we saw against both Sholo and Snowflake.
Sans the touchdown, though, that opening touchdown there. Long pass, Ortiz. Ortiz, the intended receiver.
Yeah.
That was a nice throw.
The Blue Ridge faithful are wanting to get Cutter Williams or Hogel for holding, but Hogel kept his hands inside the frame, and he did not prevent the player from making a play. So not going to get that call.
Yeah. Had an official I was talked to a couple weeks ago. He said, There's nothing wrong with grabbing. There's nowhere in the rule book that says you can't grab somebody. It's just how, if you're gaining an unfair advantage, you know, like, oh, that's good way to put it.
Well, there's holding literally on every play.
Yeah. There we go. Nice run
flare
there.
Out. Who is that?
I'm guessing Kyron Clark. Yep.
Yep.
Kyron Clark on the reception there. He's a load to bring down. That is a big boy. about 15-yard gain there.
All right, hey, it's the right day now. It's the 13th of November. We're playing the right team. Sorry about that. Lower third was a bit out of date. Big catch by Ethan there. Kathleen Davis telling us she thinks that Jessica got second. We'd love a confirmation on that. So Owen Young from the backfield rolling to the right side. Passes up.
Deep at the corner. Oh!
Nice jump. Nice hop
play. Yeah.
Who was that defender there?
Number 15 for Lobos.
For the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets. I'm sorry.
Number 15, Damon Mitchell. Damon Mitchell, senior, 6'2", 165 for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. And you can tell he hopped, and he was about 13 and a half foot in the air.
Yeah, I tell you what, on a night like tonight, when you hit the ground like that, it hurts.
Yeah. You know,
it hurts.
Apologies to all the Yellow Jackets fans. It's never appropriate to be called a Lobo.
Dino, I don't remember. Yeah, if we beat Blue Ridge on their homecoming, that's fantastic. We'd love to see the Elks do it again tonight. That Wilbank coming around the left side. He's going to push hard right here. No, he's going to bob and weave. He's going to get some yards out of it. Do you think that the temperature is going to affect Wilbank's running game a little bit?
You know, I don't think so, because I think he's only going to get better the more he runs, because he's going to get warmer. You know, they're going to get to a point to where the only guys that are going to feel the cold are the guys that are sticking their hands down in the mud.
The linemen. The linemen feel it because there's less movement. They're more static, and it's that hard hit, that 1 yard contact there that's just going to be brutal all night for those guys.
Conversely, though, if you're tackled in the mud, then, you know, your whole body's soaking wet. So I don't know. Yeah. There might be an argument for that. But they have to catch you to tackle you.
Owen Young's going to hang on to it. He's trying to drive into the right side. He's going to get about 3 yards, it looks like, on the play. The Elks going to be, is that the 10-yard line? Am I counting numbers right? Yeah, we're going to be on about the 11-yard line.
Yep.
6:16 left in the first quarter of play here. Woodland Building Center bringing you the first quarter action as.
Now let's look at the clock. We're driving down to their 10, and there's only 6 minutes left in the first half.
Yeah, this has been a 5.5-minute drive so far.
And the Elks have gone to the air a few times, but it's been mostly running game for them.
Choo-choo trains on the field.
Oh, number 28, Casey Mortensen with a choo-choo. Quick pass to the right side.
Oh, nice catch there by Clark.
Kyron picks up the first down.
It's going to be first and goal now for the Elks.
He got in.
Oh, he's in.
Touchdown. He got in.
Touchdown, Round Valley.
Yep.
Let's watch that on the replay. Farmers Insurance touchdown here in the first quarter. Round Valley with the first strike, putting it on the board for the Elks. Here we go. We're going to see this again. Owen Young with one in the backfield with him. Looking quick. Oh, no, we're one play. That's it right there.
That pop, that little
and he got in there.
Yep.
I didn't think he'd made it.
He just battled his way in, dragging a guy on his back, but he made it.
Boom. First touchdown of the night. Now what's going on the field? It seems like we're not quite ready for the PAT.
Oh, we requested to move the ball.
Was there mud going on? Or
yeah, I'm sure that field's wet after all the snow they got. They got quite a bit of snow this go-around that we missed.
Yes.
Kevin Flores kicking the PAT for the Elks. While he's doing that, we want to let you know about Randstrom and Wiltbank CPAs. Whitney Wiltbank and his staff and Eager taking care of all your tax and accounting needs, wealth management, and did you know they have leadership development? So that's going to be far to the right side, guys. 5:46 left in the first quarter of play here in your Woodland Building Center first quarter. On your feet wherever you're at for the fight song. And, guys, I have got to give it a try. We're going to put a stream up. We're going to see if the Notre Dame fight song gives us a copyright strike. But for now
hey, the kick was no good. Not the Randstrom Wiltbank ad. No, the kick was no good.
Kick was no good for one, but Whitney Wiltbank, a big thanks for being part of the Let's Go Elks sponsor family here early or midway through your first quarter of play, less than 6 minutes.
That was a very efficient drive right there. You know, Seth Wiltbank carried it every time except once on the run. We had two.
Owen kept it at least once.
Yeah, Owen had one carry, and the rest was Seth. And then we were 2 for 3 through the air. You know, can't do much better than that.
Well, we are winning the battle on the line of scrimmage, guys. Yep. We are winning the battle on the line of scrimmage. With Cisco at the helm, you know, Pancake is leading that front five. and they're getting it done. I mean, there would not be that score or that possession without those guys. It just wouldn't happen.
Yeah. Pancake has a ubiquitous ability to keep
I was waiting for that.
Keep the offensive line working together.
That's not even Sherwood's fault either. Ubiquitous.
Now, for those of you keeping score at home, that's tonight's Scrabble word.
Worth 23 points when a double letter's involved. Oh, we got Toby Puzzy sending us a selfie. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That was my daughter challenged me to use that word on the broadcast tonight.
Ubiquitous.
So I had to look it up in the dictionary.
I believe it's the volleyball team says they're into the game. They're going crazy. Keep screaming and yelling. We want to hear it. We want to see it. Also, please Facebook message me those videos.
Maintain your lanes, and that don't happen.
Well, we attacked the wedge a little bit better. You know, Blue Ridge sets up a wedge instead of man block.
Yeah.
And we attacked the wedge a little bit better on that one than we did the first time.
And is that a one-time thing, what we saw there with the return, the way that it was, Elks adjusting?
Possibly.
Not going to see that again?
No, hopefully.
Well, you know, you got to remember that first kickoff, right? Everybody's amped up.
Yeah.
Everybody's amped up. So you're going to have an occasional miscue every now and then. It's going to happen. There's just no getting around that.
I love these white jerseys on this muddy field, man. Looks like we're getting down and dirty out there. 140-pound middle linebacker out there, outside linebacker, Marcus Arona, Morgan Arona, all muddy out there. Oh, stopped at the point of attack.
Flag on the play, though.
Are they going to call a face mask or something?
That came in from the head linesman. I don't. Is he going to have encroachment?
Face mask. Yep. I thought he got turned around. I really thought I saw something. Just watch how he spins. Right. See that? That's what. You know.
Okay, but if he spins and you're in an attempt to make it a tackle, you know, as the defender, how do you prevent that? Are you supposed to let go and let him go for 20 yards?
Oh, but you can't grab the face mask. It's penalty.
I don't grab the face mask. He just got his hand caught in there. So London's back in shotgun.
1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. He's going to hang on to it, rolling to the left side. He's going to get right about the first down. We'll see where they mark.
Now, I think the key to tonight's game is going to be how effectively our defense gets their hats on London.
Yeah.
And how they can what am I looking for? Trying to take his will to excel out of this game. They just need to get hats on him to where he don't want the ball anymore.
That's going to be a pretty tough job.
Yes, sir.
The kid has some heart.
Well, he's an NAU. They're looking at him, right?
They've offered. NAU offered him already.
Oh, we got traveling. Janelle, we have traveling.
Oh, my goodness.
Against Blue Ridge.
So we used her word, and we called traveling.
It's small. That's why I couldn't see it. So we got the volleyball team here. And you guys can hear it. I can't hear it.
Oh, they're singing the fight song.
Yeah, I believe it's the fight song, and they're getting crazy, so we may play that. If you can confirm for me in the chat that's the fight song, we will play this every time the Elks score, unless you guys send me a new video. But when the Elks score, we got the fight song right here by the Lady Elks volleyball situation.
I'm sure there's other people in the hotel right there are very happy to have that cheer.
No, it's on the deck. Pass incomplete.
That'll be 2nd and 15 if it is incomplete.
It may have
bounced off the ground into it, I think.
Yeah, London was looking for Esparza, and it hit the deck first. It didn't.
Talking to the players this week, I asked them about London, and what they said, he's very mobile, very hard to pin in, so the big thing's going to keep him contained inside the pocket, not let him get loose on the outside when plays break down.
Yeah, our outside linebackers and defensive ends are going to have to work contained.
Oh, with lots of pressure. He's trying to. He's not going to get it. He's got hit. Was that Clark? Was that 77?
11.
That was 11, not 77. Number 11. I don't have a number 11.
No, it was 77.
77.
It's a skinny
That's
7.
Special K.
Special K.
Yeah.
Special K with number 77.
No, also back there was Mackay.
He collapsed that. Him and somebody else on this left side collapsed the pocket, and Keanu was able to get in there.
So right now our speed is actually making the difference in the battle up front.
Yep. 3rd and 25 or so. Screen pass.
3rd and long
set
screen
up
pass
well.
to the left side.
Nice.
He's going to get tripped
up,
though.
Rona or
Yeah.
speed
Is that
on
71?
that outside.
That was Morgan Arona that brought him down.
Yep.
And he's still 12 yards short of the first down.
85. So we should see special teams on the play. Round Valley Elks lining up accordingly with 4:07 left in the first quarter of play.
Great job, Rona, reading that, getting out wide, shutting it down.
Yeah, I don't think this was the position that Blue Ridge envisioned themselves in.
Nope. You know.
Guys, if you're with a group.
Another bad snap.
Bad
but he
snap,
gets it
and
off.
it's up. It's going to get the distance. Hamblin's waving it off. It's going to bounce well in Blue Ridge's favor. It's going to get
down to the 7-yard line.
Yeah.
Raleigh will pick it up on their own 7-yard line.
Probably a smart decision there by Hamlin to get away from that. You know, cold ball, deep, good high kick. You know, that's a tough thing to get under.
So, guys, if you are watching, if you're a team, if you're at Trail Riders, if you're at Molly's, if you got a bunch of people, sing the fight song and send it to us to 928-251-0005. We got the Round Valley Lady Elks volleyball team rocking the fight song for us. We want to get some more on it as well.
I play action. I'm going play action here.
Flag on the play.
Bad block right there.
He fell down.
Did he?
He fell down. Look at the replay. That is I don't know.
Blocking.
They're
got him for a hold. Got him for a hold right there. Did he grab him, fall on him?
No.
What happened? Oh, yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. That's one of those that looks bad on the eye kind of calls, you know. Yeah, I think I'm with you. I think that was a exaggerated call.
So Jeff Cochran, the athletic director, letting us know that Jessica Madrid did place second at state. He posted something up on the Booster Club. Thank you, Mr. Cochran. We appreciate the update. 3:29 left. Round Valley deep in their own territory. Seth Wilbank's going to – oh, no, pass. Intended receiver Riley Hamblin. Defense by number 5 for the Yellow Jackets. Number 5, Jacob Kern, another senior. Want to give some love to Backwoods Tees while we have a second here in the action right now. Dan and I were both actually talking to Jamie right now about some different things. I was talking about digitizing a logo, getting it ready for some stitching, looking to do some hats and stuff. Dan's the same thing. So, guys, if you have a logo, no logo, wherever you're at in the process, go talk to them. If you got a family reunion coming up, go see Jamie and Boyd Holsey at Backwoods Tees.
Seth Wiltbank
Seth's trying to get out of the hole there.
Yeah.
He's going to get a couple of yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd and about 6, yeah?
Yeah, he got a lot of that back.
Yep.
That puts us in a really good position in 3rd down, mainly because we're not now under threat of a safety.
Yeah.
So
we're 3rd and manageable here, you know. You can do a lot of things at 3rd and 6.
Robbie Sherwood, we are ready for another word because ubiquitous has been used and it wasn't even your word. But Robbie Sherwood watching the stream, give us a word that we can incorporate into the situation. So 3rd and 6, Stephen, what did Round Valley do right here?
I'd run it. I'd run that little option. It's been successful for 5 or 6 yards pretty much every play so far.
Is that a timeout?
And Owen's
timeout, Round Valley.
Owen's done a great job of running that throughout the season. So I think I would take my high risk, small reward philosophy off the table here. I'd go
get the first down, get out of deep. Right now the Elks are deep. They need to get out of there.
Well, I would do that. I would run that option. I'd keep it on the ground for the rest of this half. And the reason I do that is I'd want Blue Ridge's secondary to start to get cold and tight.
Yep.
And then I would start looking for across the middle and some deep stuff to open up the passing game.
They probably have the most athletic secondary that we've played so far. Just the little I've watched of them.
Yeah, I don't know that we should be looking for the long, deep ball. I think the small hitches and little posts and stuff are going to be
kind of how we set up Snowflake. Remember,
Yep.
just that quick, short passing game, and that's what we scored on down here. Is a 4-yard pass that went 11 yards.
Yeah, that little tight end pop or maybe a little flare out to the slot, something like that.
That wouldn't be a bad call here. Looks like screen.
Screen pass. Seth Wiltbank. Is that Seth?
Yes.
Yeah, and
not going to get the
not
yardage.
going to get it. But we are within 3, so now. Yeah,
it's early enough in the game. You're going to punt, aren't you?
You're going to punt.
You're on the 15, 20-yard line. You're going to punt here.
Elks lead by 6 here.
Looks like Funaki's back to kick.
Makai Funaki, number 88, back to punt for the Round Valley Elks. 2:11 left in the Woodland Building Center first quarter of play.
Ooh, nice boot.
Nice spin on that punt right there. Do you see it? He's going to pick it up on the 47-yard line.
Nice.
First man not able to make the tackle.
But he slowed him down for the whole herd.
Long enough for the rest of the herd to get to him.
Yeah.
We're going to start things off in Yellow Jacket territory with 1:57 left.
Good job, Riley Hamlin. He's the dart got down there.
Shane, I don't want to hear it. Everything looks cold when you're in Hawaii, okay?
Is he in Hawaii?
He's on Maui. I'm pretty sure he lives on Maui.
Yeah.
And when you're on Maui, I'm sure everything looks cold. What's the temperature right now? Because it's 4 hours early, so it's 3:30 in the afternoon right now.
We're not interested, Hallie.
So Fallon Walker watching right now. Fallon Walker told me she had a dream about me in the dome. Slightly creepy. I'm in Trail Riders, and she's like, you got to sit down. I dreamt about you. And I was going to sit down, and I got back up. I'm like, excuse me? Number 15 gets the ball. Number 15 is going to be met, though, right at the line of scrimmage. 15 is Damon Mitchell for the Yellow Jackets. Number 15, Damon Mitchell.
They gave him like 2 feet on the.
Yeah,
they're going to, second and 9, but just by barely. So I'm in Trail Riders. We went and had dinner there a couple nights ago, and Fallon tells me she had a dream about me and asked, I don't know, there was an emergency at the dome. I don't know. We're not doing that. It was 82 degrees at the beach in Maui. So, Shane, it's a hard life, but somebody has to live it. So, second and 9 for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets from the shotgun. Quick pass to number 4. He's going to get picked up by Jovan Ortiz, I think.
Ortiz, and then.
Yeah, it was Ortiz made the initial attack, and then you had Arona out there.
Pass complete by number 4. I believe that was Reese Esparza, senior for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. Wow, senior.
Yeah. Now we played
heavy senior team for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets today. 3rd and 8.
They've got more seniors than we've got players, I think.
Yeah, Jeff Cochran remembers playing against this crew when they were in the 8th grade, and the story he tells is just unbelievable.
Pass intended for number 5 there, Jacob
4th
Kern.
down.
Yeah, that was a bad pass route.
Yep.
London was looking one way, and the receiver went another.
Yeah, I looked to where the ball was going, and I'm like, there's nobody there. Who are we throwing to?
I think London expects him to break left, a little bit of an out there, middle out.
43 seconds left in the first quarter of play.
Well, there's a lot of notable quarterbacks that would throw to a spot, and it was the receiver's job to get there.
Yep. Expecting to do one thing.
So now we're back. Blue Ridge back to kick. The kick
Punt
is up.
Is
it's
up.
a high. Hamlin's going to let it bounce. And it's going to take a Blue Ridge bounce down to about the 10.
Yeah. Looks like they're spotted at the 11 there.
Yeah.
33.8 seconds left in the Woodland Building Center first quarter of play. Round Valley leading by 6 after a nice opening drive by the Round Valley Elks. After an interception, correct? Am I remembering this right?
Yep.
Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but now that we're down to 3 minutes in the first quarter, you notice
30 seconds.
Or 33 seconds, yeah. Well, what I'm trying to say is things have kind of settled down a little bit. Things are now becoming more of a chess game instead of checkers.
Round Valley Elks on the field. Here we go.
We've moved the ball much better than they have.
More or less where we were just a minute ago after 6 or 7 plays there. Pass up.
Oh.
2 Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets
scary.
with the opportunity to intercept. 28.6 left in the first quarter.
Young got that off under pressure.
Yeah, a little bit of an inside stunt from the Blue Ridge defense, finding a hole in that interior line and being able to get up in Owen's face. A little bit of a pass rush there.
So Trail Riders, they're open again. Fallon told me about anyway at Trail Riders. But they have a stream. They're watching the stream tonight. And so, Jody, Melissa, send us some pictures of the videos of you guys watching. They're having a watch party with Let's Go Elks here. Owen Young, look to the right side.
Nope,
he was lining up. He was getting ready to pump and pass that pretty hard.
I'm a little surprised he did not
let it go.
Hook up with Ortiz at the 40 instead of tucking that and running.
He was getting ready to. You watched how many times he lined up and stepped for that, and then he held on to it and got about 2 yards on the play. 3rd and 8 as we end the first quarter of play.
Yeah, we're going to switch ends of the field here.
So, guys, Round Valley Elks leading 6-0 at the end of the first quarter of play here in Blue Ridge. So we wrap up the Woodland Building Center first quarter of play. This just, I don't know. Like I said, I'm never going to predict or try to call a game again because I.
Oh, no, there's too much football game left in this game. And, you know, you have to respect Blue Ridge. 6 points is not a lead against Blue Ridge. 36 maybe, but not 6.
Just not the first quarter that I thought we were going to have. Like, I'm not calling or predicting anything. No matter how things go, it's never what I'm thinking.
Well, you know, it's indicative of what the Elks have done so far this season.
Fallon, you didn't have to tell the story. So Fallon telling the story in the comments about what went down. Yeah, apparently there's rally points involved, and everybody had like a designated area if there's an emergency in the dome. And I was in the press box, which apparently is my designated area, and she came up asking where she needed to go. So
okay, if there's an emergency in the dome, do we really need to be in the highest possible spot in the dome? Is that where you really want to be?
I don't know. Are we really analyzing Fallon's dream? Like, can we let's just let that go as we get ready for second quarter action?
I think that means we need to have a grappling hook in our equipment that we can hook on and rappel off the backside.
Oh
yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, that is not happening. You are not going to see my posterior scaling that wall.
I know. So Ethan, I think is almost happy that he's not involved right now because you're losing control. I'm like, yes, I know. Steven and Dan, I'm the one that brought up the dream though. Owen Young again decides to hang on to it. Was there pressure, but then not really? Because something happened there. Owen Young only getting a yard or two out of the play.
I think his first couple of options were covered. It's supposed to be a quick route.
Yeah, this secondary is covering Ortiz and Hamblin like jam on bread. Yeah. They are not allowing very much of a seam to throw in.
Yeah, they're jamming him pretty tight. Nice job on Funaki corralling that snap.
More shallow of a punt, though. It is going to roll about midfield. They were going to get across midfield, 48-yard line. Blue Ridge with the ball.
Yeah. So Blue Ridge will be starting on their side of the 50. What, about the 48?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think things are now starting to settle down. I look for the defenses to start making bigger plays than what they already have.
Well, we've already seen an interception that helped the Elks get 6 points, and so it's digging in to be more of a defensive ball game. We're seeing lots of special teams punting here right now. We're seeing Makai Funaki kicking the ball. We'll see what happens here.
So he is a punter.
He is. I told you, that there's some questions. I'm like, that came from Coach Bell, okay? I'm not making up this stuff. Handoff up the middle on the left side there. Gets tripped up. He's going to get about 6 yards on the play, though.
Get there.
Riley Hamblin on the initial attack, and then basically sealing the coffin was Rowdy Rivera. So, but, they still pick up 6. Now we're starting to see some positive movement from the Blue Ridge offense.
So I want to give some love to Hamblin Law Office located in Eager, Arizona, right by, I don't know why I'm saying right by the Dairy Queens, because Dan and I were talking about that earlier today. But, if you need a lawyer, give Mr. Hamblin a call. Nobody ever wants to be in the situation where they have to have a lawyer. But if you need one,
inside trap.
Bryce Hamblin will take care of you. Number 35, he's still up. 35 will not go down. Number 35 for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, Franco Harris, sophomore. Let's go ahead and look back on that and see where the hole in the Elks defense was.
I thought Franco Harris, number 32 for the Steelers.
Did I look on the wrong line?
No, I'm making a joke.
Well, you look at Blue Ridge, they move everybody to the strong side, and then it's just a simple little give to the weak side with lead blocking. And, that is the football team that London coaches.
So Blue Ridge doing it again now, shifting everything back the other way. I think trying to offset the Elks a little bit. 35 again, almost a copy-paste just to the other way this time for the Yellow Jackets.
And that's what you're going to see. And, you know, we've got to be disciplined, stay home and read those blocks. The guards will tell you where the play's going. Doesn't matter how many receivers they have on either side of the ball. The guards are going to tell you what's happening.
Which I think is a big reason why we saw Mr. Hogle make his way to the guard position for the Elks offensive line. Yeah. Under center now, Blue Ridge going to hand out to 15.
Nice job.
Caught by number
Kyron
1. Was that Kyron? 3,
Kyron Clark to the backside, crashing down.
For a loss of about a yard.
Yeah, so here's the setup. The guard pulls, Kyron stunts into the hole, and then runs down the tailback from behind. And see, that's the read. You've got to watch that interior line because they're going to tell you where the ball's going.
So big defensive play here. They're going to shift. Let's see if 35 ends up with it. But a big opportunity here. The Elks need to stop it, and I think they did.
Yeah, they did. They're going to be a little generous with the spot, but
just on the other side of the 20. No, in the 10.
Yeah.
Man, why do I feel like that's 10 yards like I'm counting it? Maybe it's the snow, like that line of snow over there or something, but because that is snow, right? Is that snow on the football field?
Yes.
Okay. So are we going to see a field goal, or are they going to punch it through for a first down?
Yeah, I think they have to go for it just as a morale thing.
Trying to get their heads back in the game. So big opportunity for Elks defense.
Oh, fumble snap. They're not going to get it.
Round Valley should end up with it either way.
Yes.
Yep. Who is that?
Funaki.
Funaki running around with the football.
Yeah, that was just a busted play. I think they were just trying to go,
the quick snap.
The old quick snap.
Get it done, get 2 yards.
Silent snap count, just give and go, and there's bad exchange.
So your Round Valley Elks offense coming onto the field.
It hits London in the foot, and there's nothing he can do. He just
that center wanting to get off quick and didn't get the ball, didn't get its initial job done. Too many men on the field for Round Valley. 12 men.
Substitution infraction, so that's going to back them up.
We're at the 9 yards, so it should be half the distance, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to end up on the 5-ish, 4.5.
Somebody needs to leave the field, or else we're going to get it again.
Has nobody left the field?
No, we broke the huddle with 12. That's the problem.
Broke the huddle.
That's why it's a substitution infraction.
So real quick, Round Valley trying to get some yards out of it. Broke, boom!
Seth Wiltbank.
Set a flag way back in the back.
That's coming back.
Yep.
Blue Ridge excited about it. Round Valley not so much so.
I did not.
Here's the instant replay.
He did. But it was behind the play. That's the problem. But he did. I mean, his arms were extended.
He grabbed onto him.
Jerseys pulled, so. But
why?
I mean, did it start during the play or,
Well, you get one more opportunity here. We're watching it play back again over the live stream feed. So Round Valley lineup. Nice explosive play, though. Elks making some yards out of that. Unfortunately, we're going to have to see him do it again. We are on the goal line, people.
If he just lets go after that initial contact, the flag's not going to happen.
And that was a first down for the Elks. Unfortunately, back now. We are almost first and 20-ish. Round Valley in the end zone.
Just more
we
yards.
got to get some yards.
Just more yards.
There we go.
Put up for stats.
Man, that was a mean hit right there by Blue Ridge. And again, Dan, you're talking a little chilly.
You're
going to feel that one just a little bit.
Yeah, that one's probably not going to bruise until tomorrow, but when it does, it's going to be a little tender.
Yeah, when you warm up. When you finally warm up, you're going to feel it. Halftime in the locker room, you may feel that just a little bit.
13-yard gain there.
Second and about 6. Ethan, is it the 500 that Cowboy Ep has that they keep running out of, the Steel 500? The 500i, guys, it's got an EFI on it, right? It's electronically fuel injected. You never have to set it. And they got 3 more in stock. I saw a picture. Go see Jeff. Go see Jeff at Cowboy Ep. Cut back in.
Nice cut back.
Nice move. And Round Valley's across. That's going to be a first down.
Yes.
Move the chains. So
Good
despite fundamental errors that we're making with flags, the Round Valley Elks still making really good moves. We'll go back and we'll watch that instant replay here. But once again, Cowboy up, Hay and Ranch Supply. Go see Jeff and his staff. They got lots of stuff for your fall to winter situation. They got your feed taken care of, but they got the logging stuff, the Steel 500i. I saw him get 3 more in stock. Go see him today. They got veterans discounts. You just need to ask. So thank you for sponsoring this game tonight on Let's Go Elks. He's going to hang on to it. Oh, yes. No?
Nice job for
he
Young.
hung on to
Nice
it.
run
He did
for
keep it
Young.
right.
He did.
Faked me hard on the handoff, and I had to reset my brain a little bit.
Good 7-yard gain.
2nd and 3.
Now, Blue Ridge is showing some discipline. They're not really over-pursuing. They're staying home. But they're being blocked very, very effectively. So
we seem to have found more luck off tackles, instead of between the tackles right there, that 3-4 hole.
Yep.
So 2nd and 3 for the Elks. Owen Young from the shotgun got one back in the backfield. I believe that's Mr. Wiltbank. We're looking for a pass. Good pass to the right side.
This way. Ooh, that's dangerous.
Another potential interception opportunity. Blue Ridge doing well with their pass coverage tonight.
Yeah, instead of trying to force that throw, I think he just rocketed out of bounds, eat the play, and come back and do something else.
It's a little flood pattern, but they didn't get very spread out. You had 3 guys right on top of each other right there.
Yeah, I don't think the receivers were following their assignments because I don't know why they would all
But
be
you've said that.
right
You
there.
said that again. Are we having a lot of miscommunications on our run patterns? Or on our pass patterns?
Well, we saw one for Blue Ridge, and we
Wilbanks
just
got
saw
it.
that one. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Wilbanks got
nice,
his first
tough
down.
run.
Sorry, Dan, keep going. So we're having a lot of miscommunication on our pass game. What's going on?
Well, I don't think it's that was the first what I perceive as miscommunication. I don't know that it is, but it looked like it because we normally don't have all of our receivers clustered in one area. And then you had the miscommunication between Esparza and London where, London's thrown to a spot and there's nobody there. So I think there's just a lot of nerves in this game.
Another thing is the footing. Your receivers aren't going to get as much explosive pull out there. The cuts are going to be a little sloppier.
This is going to be a slow field. It's not going to be like the Dome.
Nice job, Owen Young.
Owen Young going to hang on to it. Is that a
Got
penalty or
we
is
got
that
a hold right there? You'll see it on this outside.
Is that Ortiz?
I think so. Ortiz was the one.
Somebody coming from the middle, coming to the outside.
Stream a little bit behind farther than it normally is. Let's see if we can watch that instant replay for the next play gets here.
You'll see it on.
Ryan Pena trying to find himself somewhere to get a shot.
Right there.
You'll see it right there. Somebody coming from the inside to the outside.
That's Ortiz.
It is Ortiz.
But
we've got to be able to
throw it right away. I was hoping he had missed it, but
yeah, we've got to get out. We've got to quit shooting ourselves in the foot here.
yeah.
Round Valley very penalty heavy here in the second quarter of play.
Seth
Wiltbank going to get it done again. Coming around the
There
left
we
side.
go.
There's 15. That's a first down. There's 30. That's about a 30-yard gain.
Yes.
Mr. Pena is going to let us know exactly what it is. He counts it out.
And surprisingly enough, we ran more than 5 yards without a penalty flag coming out.
32 yards. 32 yards there by Seth.
Seth Wiltbank against Snowflake over 200 yards, correct? We clocked him about 204, I think, unofficially.
214 is what it ended up being.
I'd heard somebody else after the game, 214.
If we can get a handle on the penalties, I think he's on track for another night like that.
Well, he's got 99 yards right now.
With 6 minutes left in the second quarter of play, Seth Wiltbank getting it done. Flag on the play.
Procedure.
Yep, against, guess what?
Yeah.
Round Valley.
Come on, guys.
We are their best defense right now.
Yeah.
We seem to be playing the very good defense for them.
Just more yards to get stats for. Positive stats for.
There you go. The glass is half full. The field is half muddy. 1st and 15 for the Elks. Owen Young rolling to the right side. There's got some pressure, but they're on the ground. He's going to hang on to it and only get about a foot on the play, a small step by the line judge.
Yeah.
2nd down. So, Dan, we got McCall Hauling and Dirtworks in the mix for our ads today for our sponsor family, and you told me that you were just talking to the McCalls.
Oh, I tell you what. So I'm very appreciative of all the construction that's been on Butler. But I tell you what, they left me with a mud bog. Lisa and I had to have 4-wheel drive to get out of our house. So I called Cam and I said, hey, I need some cinders.
Nice back.
So today he came over before they headed to Phoenix, hooked me right up.
Already taken care of.
Already taken care of.
So McCall Hauling and Dirt Works, they'll take care of your business. And this is an unintended side effect. Didn't know you were going to need some gravel. Got it. The Elks, I think, need four-wheel drive down there on that field, if you ask me as well.
9-yard gain on that carry there by Wiltbank.
3rd and 6 now. Seth Wiltbank over the 100-yard mark now with that 9-yard run.
Both teams are playing, and they're cold. I mean, guys, this is the coldest it's been all season.
Yeah.
Grand Valley sends a man in motion, 3rd and 6. Owen Young's going to roll
throw
left
that
side.
backside.
Quick pass.
Oh.
Did Blue Ridge get a hand on that?
That's how it looked.
Pass didn't go where Young wanted it to.
I don't know, but the defensive end, did you see the linebacker kind of hiding behind him, waiting for Owen to do something? The little robber out there, you got to keep your eye on.
I don't know if it's deflected or if it's just
I think he got a hand on it.
Bad grip. This cold ball. Let's see what he does here on this replay. Yeah,
no, he got a hand on it.
Yeah, that guy got a hand up.
Because the ball definitely looked like it changed direction a little bit. So 4th down, what is Round Valley going to do? This would be again at about Kevin Flores's distance. This is going to be
this would be way
35,
out of
45. Yeah, it would be. Sorry,
Yeah,
after
this
we
would
line
be
it
a
up, be a
55.
52-ish yard.
Yeah.
I tell Funaki to kick it to a pylon, and I pin Blue
corner.
Ridge back deep, and then I use inside stunts and go for the safety to pick up the 2 we didn't get earlier. I kick for the, even if you get them just inside the 5, why be greedy? London's been going in shotgun. They've been having trouble getting their snaps down. I think it'd be a very easy thing to do.
Round Valley coming back out onto the field here in the Hamlin Law office. 2nd quarter, 5:03 left.
They're going for it.
Again, for the momentum. Is this a momentum maker right here? Because Round Valley defense able to stop Blue Ridge so far.
Yeah, I think this is. I think we're looking to get that.
I'm looking quick pass to the left here.
He does roll to the left side.
He's got time.
He's going to is he going to hang on to it? He's pushing hard.
Get it.
No.
It's close.
Short.
No,
about
he's
2 yards short.
Yeah.
Blue Ridge will recover the ball. Less than 5 minutes left in the 2nd quarter play in the Hamlin Law office.
Yeah, not bad. Not a bad position to pin Blue Ridge back on. I mean, they're just ahead. They're what, on the 31, 32?
32 looks like.
So now you put the pressure on London.
That shows confidence in your defense, that, hey, even if we don't get it, we think we can keep them pinned.
Yeah. So London's rolling out.
Blue Ridge coming to the left side
with
with a lead blocker there. He's going to get to about the 45-yard line. I think it's going to be a 1st down.
And amazingly enough, number 4 for Blue Ridge not called for holding, even though he held Owen Young and basically kept Owen from even getting to London. So that's.
It was a good job of Young keeping the play strung out. He didn't let him pin him, take control of him. He kept moving with the blocker.
1st and 10 for Blue Ridge. 4:27 left in the 2nd quarter. Going to hand it off to 24 up the middle. Number 24 for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, Ethan Marbello. Another senior. Again, senior-heavy football team.
Cade Hogle.
Yeah, and Gannon has got to remember you cannot dive in there when the quarterback is in shotgun because the ball is not in the free blocking zone.
Is that what they made that call a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah,
okay.
See, now he can because London is in the free blocking zone. So when at the point where Gannon dives, see, he can, and he did.
It's going to be short of the 1st down. It's going to be about 3rd and 2. So they went from 2nd and 8 to 3rd and 2. I gained about 6, I think, because it was 2nd and 8.
Timeout Blue Ridge.
Yeah, they're going to want to think about that. You know, I'm not surprised, but I am a little bit concerned about how much they're using London on offense as far as being their primary ball carrier.
Yeah, but according to film, that's what they do. He's their money man. He's one of the fastest guys on their team, and
and you play to everything. Yeah. I get it. You play to your strengths, but you know, at some point, when do you start to think, okay, we got to get into the playoffs? You know, we got to start thinking about state. You know, you don't start playing for moments. Now you got to start thinking about the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of wear and tear.
So, guys, we had to feed the crew a little bit before, and R&R Pizza just happens to be across the street. And it was pizza, and they had some good wings. Their wings were super doused in sauce, but it wasn't Goobs. No. I'm sorry. It was not Tracy Thin. It was not their – they do baked wings, which I just love as well. And so, guys, Tracy and Holly, go see Goobs Pizza. They'll deliver right now while you're watching the game. They'll even deliver
3rd and 1. Another quick snap. Oh,
no.
Great job. Pancake. Ball's loose.
No, they're going to call him down. They're going to, Copeland's
wanting it.
Yeah. No.
Great job. Great
The referee is not going to let that go.
No. He's looking right at it. You know, the ball did come out late.
And he was down. He was down.
That was a good call. But, you know, it's always smart to pounce on it. You never know what's happening.
So 3rd and short, you know what's coming.
Yeah. Well, they're punt. They put in.
Well, but they're going to hard count first.
Yeah, see if we hold our position. We struggled with that early in the season.
No.
Oh, it's a fake.
Get him back in the back. He's going to get the first down.
He got it, yeah.
Oh, nice pop there. He got reminded.
Elks with an opportunity and able to get it finished, though.
That was a straight fake all the way.
Yeah. This would be a big series for Round Valley to come up with the stop, because that would basically mean that was their half.
Yeah.
But now it's looking very much like London is finding his groove. So let's see how Round Valley answers.
They've changed their play philosophy. They came out shotgun, spread, a lot of passing, you know, and I don't know if it's the cold or our defense or a combination of both. They've gone to more of a power running game this last couple of series.
Well, London wasn't getting the time he needed to pass. He was losing too many yards trying to evade the pass rush, and so this is basically all they're left with.
Yep.
The problem is, you know, we can give them yardage all the way down till you get to the 20, and then if they can't punch it in, they're just wasting time at that point.
Yeah. I was watching before the game. They do have a decent kicker. Which doesn't surprise me with them being a soccer powerhouse. I figure they have a few fringe players that they're able to, that don't make the soccer team that they probably pick up.
$1:30 left in the half. You think Blue Ridge is pushing a little bit, wanting to even things up before we get into half?
Yeah. They really need something here. They really do to go into the half. Otherwise, it's going to be a very quiet locker room.
Deep.
Oh, he's going to get him.
Oh!
No, 2.
3.
It took 3, but Special K got him down.
Special K finishes the job. Owen Young, had Funaki, and Special K in on that.
I'm going to tell you right now, the demeanor on number 10.
I got caught.
Is such.
Yes.
He's not a happy boy.
No. Well, and the stands also. We've been feeling the Blue Ridge stands. They've been pretty electric, a little excited over here. It's a little quiet over here at the moment now after that play.
Other than the fact they were not happy with the blocking on that play.
No.
They were quite upset with their.
Yeah, it's going to be a very quiet. Yeah, they're not going to give us – they're going to let it go all the way down.
They're going to take the penalty, I would think, right? Or do they have a timeout to take?
No, they'll take the delay game.
No, timeout.
No, they called the timeout. Okay.
31.9 seconds. They're taking as much time off the clock.
I'd go ahead and take the delay game. I mean,
if you're going to punt it anyway, what's 5 more yards? Yeah.
Of course, they have the timeouts. Why not use them? I mean, it's not like you get to carry them over anyway. I don't know. You know, that's more of a philosophical question.
Yeah.
Guys, don't forget to hit that share button. Let everybody know what's going on right now.
No, and I think if they had been 5 yards closer to the end zone, the 5 yards wouldn't have made that much of a difference. It would have maybe played in their favor as far as getting a punt out of bounds, deep or whatever. Oh, let's see. Oh, yeah, they are going punt formation. See if we approach it a little bit different here.
You think London will try to go for that fake again?
I
with 15 yards, I don't see him doing it. He'd have to have a 30-yard run to make it happen.
You got 31 seconds. What have you got to lose?
Oh, fair enough.
But we sent the house right there.
He's going to fair catch that action.
Yeah.
We're going to get it on the 15 with 25 seconds, 24-9.
I imagine since we sent everybody, you probably told him, don't try to return. You know, you're not going to have any blocking because everybody's going after the punter. So.
Or try to contain the punter anyway.
Yeah. Kind of thought we'd have a little bit more outside contained, but I don't think we really expected a.
So Round Valley known to put a knee on it at this point and just get into half. Are they going to go for it? Are we going to pass?
We're just stepping.
There we go. So Round Valley going to let it go. We're going to finish the half with Round Valley up 6-0.
This is going to be an interesting second half. We've got two coaches here that are going to be pretty good chess masters. We know Bells are.
Yeah, but we know who the master of the second half adjustments are. I look for the Bells to start making adjustments towards the short little hitch and goes, the quick little passes.
Yeah.
He knows that secondary is very difficult to deal with.
I'm curious here. They're going to try to get a halftime interview with Coach Bell. I'm curious how this is going to go.
Yeah.
I think it's a walk and talk.
Yeah, okay.
He may walk and talk, but Round Valley, again, well, he does stop. All right, so they're getting a little bit of action there. But, guys, so what do you think? How's the half been?
Well, I think the stature of the Blue Ridge faithful here sitting around us tells us everything we need to know. Yeah. They're quiet. They're worried.
Yeah.
They're worried.
I think for the most part we've controlled the game. We've had the most successful movement of the ball up and down the field. Only have the 6 points to show for it, but if we can cut out the penalties, I think we'll be in good shape.
Well, you know, if you think about it, this is literally Blue Ridge's game to lose. We have nothing to lose and everything to gain. You know, and that is an excellent position to be in. Whereas they're playing not to lose. They're trying to protect that number 1 seed. They want to make sure that they go in undefeated.
Well, they're not undefeated. They lost to Snowflake. They have to, if they want a share of the title, they have to win tonight.
Oh, that's right.
You got it backwards.
I've got it backwards.
We're the ones that have everything to lose here. If we're in first place in the region coming into tonight.
Yeah, I do have it backwards. My apologies.
I thought you were purely stating that from where we were at on the scoreboard perspective. It is Blue Ridge's game to lose right now from the scoreboard, but
no, I was thinking I had the records mixed up.
So, guys, an extended halftime. We got 5 more minutes on the half, so a few more minutes for us to discuss here in the LeSueur Advanced Automotive halftime coverage of the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets hosting the Round Valley Elks for their homecoming and their senior night. We got homecoming royalty getting ready to be displayed on the field.
Now, here's something to think about. You're Coach London. You want to talk to your quarterback. You want to talk to your seniors. You want to talk to your team.
And they're out here with pomp and circumstance.
And now they're going to be out here doing the homecoming court. Yeah. That would drive me nuts.
But at least you get senior night done pregame like they did. For us, it was the entire 20 minutes. I was talking the entire 20 minutes trying to get that done, trying to get everything taken care of.
Okay. This is the interesting part for me. It is like 25 degrees out here. This poor young lady's out here in a sleeveless dress. And
she looks good, though, Steven. She's looking sharp. I don't think she's been like that all night. I couldn't be.
Huh. When I have gloves on, my thumbprint don't work.
Imagine how that works.
Hey, you got to get some of these.
Yeah.
Things that make you go,
Half of the things you say, Steven, are things that make me go,
Steven.
Steven. Well, no, Steven as well. I'll say Steven and Dan, both of the gentlemen to my right.
We're what keep people coming back, or in spite of us, they keep coming back. Maybe I'm not sure.
You know what? People ought to start.
They love Elk sports that much that they keep coming back.
People ought to start keeping a pool on what Muth's going to say next.
There's no telling.
Yeah. What button he's going to push next?
No, you know, once we got the board set, it's amazing. When we travel, we get the board set. We don't have to touch it. But for some reason in the dome, I think there's little elves or something in there that just jack with everything.
So, guys, play of the first half. If you had to give some love as we're discussing it here in the LeSueur Automotive halftime coverage of the game right now, I'm going to go to I've got the drive right now. The Elks getting ready to score here in the first quarter of play. What are your thoughts? What was the play of the first half? Is it the interception that gave the Elks the ball here? Or is it just the drive, the Elks getting the touchdown?
I think it's a sustained drive. I mean, we just picked up 3 and 5 at a time and played old school football where we ate up the clock and we just kept everything in positive yardage.
To me, the play of the half is Blue Ridge's first offensive play. They just had the big return. They were inside the 30. And they snapped the ball over the quarterback's head, clear back to the 50, and completely changed the momentum of the game. It wasn't even a whole lot of what we did. You know what? We covered the play, but that play changed the complexion of that first drive. I mean, they threw the interception on the next play, but it set the tone. You know, they go in and score that. You know, it changes the momentum and the flow of the half.
Yeah, I think the story of this half quite literally is Round Valley's defense.
Yes.
They give up a few big plays, but they haven't given up the score. They bend, but they don't break.
You know, another big play was the stop on fourth down here inside around the 20, inside the 20-yard line.
Unmute.
Bah! I was talking to Ethan. I didn't want you guys to have to hear what I was telling Ethan. But, yeah, just lots of big defensive plays, actually. Not necessarily just one, but lots of really good defensive plays, third and fourth down opportunities for the Elks.
I'm almost wondering if we're not looking at another, 12-14 ball game or, 13-14 ball game, something along those lines.
You don't see scoring happening in the second half?
Both coaches are going to make some adjustments. It's just going to be a matter of – if depending on the adjustments they make, that's really going to be the key to see how this second half goes. Because you don't want to change too much, but you still have to address what's going on the field. Right now, Blue Ridge's defense, although they had a better showing in the second quarter, has got to find a way to get the ball back in the offense's hands, because the defense is the only one that's been on the field, really. Except for that last drive.
Honestly, we're good with driving the ball 60 yards and punting it or going for it and getting stopped, because we're burning 8 minutes on the clock and then letting our defense stop. Coach Bell would be happy with a scoreless half.
Oh, at this point, absolutely.
He'd be happy with that. He just wants to control the line of scrimmage, control the ball flow of the game, and take care of that and take care of the half.
Well, and that's happening.
Yep.
So far, that is happening. Now, we both know that Coach Bell seems to have mastered the second half adjustments. He did against Snowflake. He did against Sholo. He did against Safford. He did, Coronado and Winslow.
Didn't have to do much.
Yeah. What are you going to change?
We're like, okay, how many plays are the starters going to play? That was the adjustment.
Second half adjustment in that game was, where's the freshman?
Yeah.
So, he's very astute at picking things apart.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to look for adjustments on offense.
Would you text me his number? We were going to try to call him and interview him.
And I think we're going to see some big adjustments to where we can start to get that passing game going and keep Blue Ridge's defense off balance. Because the reason that you're seeing the game get static is because the only thing both teams are relying on right now is their running game. Yeah. That's why we had a very quick half.
Yeah.
So that both teams are trying very hard to get their passing game going, and it's just not happening yet. And that's probably because, one, it's cold. Two, both secondaries are, they're top rate. So, there's there's no second guessing that. I mean, these two secondaries are the best in the. I would say definitely on the mountain, but probably run a very close second to some of those in the rest of 3A.
Yeah, I kind of wish the conditions were a little bit better for a good passing game. I'd have liked our guys to get that workout a little bit, get that practice in case we come up against Yuma Catholic.
Yeah.
You know, this would have been a good prep for a team like Yuma Catholic, because the Shamrocks, they like to spread it out and throw it all over the field. So I was kind of hoping to get that. I was hoping to get that look.
Am I unmuted now?
There we
Yeah,
Talking about jiggling? How you doing?
You're unmuted.
Still unmuted.
I was trying to reach for the mute bouton.
Whoa. That would have been friendly.
Yes, it would have.
We got a few minutes extra as we got halftime going, so we're going to try to give a call to somebody in the stands right now. I'm just waiting for a text message so we can try to make a phone call over there. But
3921. Yeah. Yeah, as we watch the court.
halftime is not, well, okay, if you're talking about mine and Ethan's beard, no, this is not Doug Dynasty. This is Let's Go Elks. But, I mean, I'll take that as a compliment-esque, I guess. I don't really know what to do with that. But okay, here we go. Here we go. I don't know if this is going to work, so.
So are you Phil or are you Uncle Si?
Not. I haven't seen enough of the show to
Ethan
say.
Ethan is Uncle Si. Yeah, he's giving me the thumbs up on that call. Si was the class of that organization.
No, he was not.
All right, hey, turn. Let's see. This channel all the way down for just a second. Let me see if I can get him on the phone.
I'm going to check some scores from around the state as we're waiting. See if I can find any good scores.
You know, I can't believe they're out here without coats on.
I know.
I mean, is this their...
It's kind of making me cold watching.
Their polar bear club for the homecoming court? Yeah, I get it. The girls want to show off their dresses and stuff, but come on. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, River Valley 35-33 over Phoenix Christian last night. That was crazy. Or maybe that was a day game today.
Yeah, what about Push Ridge? They should be putting a
looking.
smack down on Florence.
Gilbert Christian big over Coolidge. They're a team. That's a team that we need to keep an eye on in the playoffs. That Gilbert Christian team's going to be tough.
Yeah. What about ALA Ironwood?
I wish they'd make playoffs. They're horrible. They're probably worst of the top tier, potentially top tier teams. They are not very good.
Yeah, but you know what? We kind of need a tune-up game going into the playoffs.
I imagine they're getting tuned up. They're playing LA Gilbert North tonight. That's not going to be a pretty sight.
No, that is not.
Push Ridge Academy, no score showing. They're in the second quarter over playing Florence. Push Ridge, I'm guessing, is in the lead there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we go live across the way. Ethan, can you cut the camera for us? We're going to go over. We've got Mr. Hogle on the phone. There we go. We got the family waving to us. Tell from that side of the field, from the Hogle family, tell us about the first half of football here in Blue Ridge. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, barely.
Okay, here. I'll get closer here. Turn up that channel. There we go. So from that side of the field, tell us what the Hogle family thought of the first half of football here in Blue Ridge.
Tough first half. Had a lot of calls that I think didn't go our way. I think we had more yards and penalties than they did in offense.
Yeah.
But we were able to move the ball on the ground pretty well. Had a pretty stiff defense. Our quarterback needs to sit back and relax a little bit and pick out his receivers. But other than that, I think they'll come out ready to go this next half.
So you talk about penalties. Yeah, we saw lots of penalties for the Round Valley Elks in that first half. Do you think it's just, is it nerves? Is it cold? Is it just a little bit of everything? But it seemed like we really struggled to get an offensive groove there in the first half.
Yeah. I'm not down on the field, so I hate to pick on the refs, but it seemed pretty one-sided to me.
Dan would appreciate your comment right there. I'm sure he would agree with you on that situation.
I can't agree more.
He's always our ref critic, if you will. But real quick, while we have you on the phone, we'd like to talk just a second about you seeing your boy move from the position that we normally see him to offensive guard. How has that been for you guys? I mean, we just love seeing him step up and completely change the Round Valley offensive line. How has that been for you guys?
You know, I couldn't be prouder of my son. He is a spectacular boy. He wants to win. He wants the team to do well. And he's willing to step up and do what they ask him.
You know, we talk to the coaches, we talk to the kids. All of us up here agree the exact same thing. It takes a team, and your boy is willing to play wherever he needs to be on the field to see the Elks win. And so I'm going to give some of that to good parenting right there. So give yourselves a high five on that one. But we love watching your boy play.
Well, thank you. And he loves this team. This team plays as a team. There's nobody that's out for themselves. They're out for each other. And I really love to watch this team play and gel. That they do well together.
So as we get ready for the second half, any predictions you have, anything that you want to, what do you see the Elks doing a little differently, or are we going to see typical second half football from the Elks?
You know, I think Owen's going to come out, and I think he's going to be able to pick out the receivers. I think we're going to pass the ball a little bit. We're going to continue to be successful on the ground. We're going to have good stiff defense, and I predict we'll be up 2 touchdowns. We'll come out and outscore them 2 touchdowns this last half.
I like it. I will take that prediction. I'm more than happy to have that one. So anybody that you want to give a shout-out to that might be watching at home on the live stream or abroad before we get ready for the second half?
Just friends and family. Love you guys.
Right on, guys.
Everybody else in Round Valley listening.
All right. Hey, we appreciate you, Hogle family. Thanks for an awesome son.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.
Bye-bye. So that was the Hogles, guys. Just good to hear, neat to hear him giving some adjustment needed to the offensive line. Do you guys agree with that? Owen needing to see his passes a little more, and I heard that and translated into my brain of the offensive line maybe needing to give Owen a little more time to do that. Do you agree? Am I misseeing that? Or
I think he's been a little conservative. You know, he doesn't want to put the team in a bad position, and there have been a couple of plays where I think he could have let it fly, and he's tucked and ran, which isn't a bad decision. You don't want to throw a pick right here in some of those situations. So I see him playing a little bit more conservative than he has in other games, which isn't all bad. Blue
Ridge's passing defense, I think, way more effective than their running defense right now. When we have put the ball in the air, there's been 2 Yellow Jackets waiting at the other end of that. Yeah. One either touching the ball in a potential interception, or both of them just causing so much coverage that it messes things up.
Yeah, that Damon Mitchell, he made a play on that one ball in the end zone. I thought it was going to be 6, and he goes up and some serious air and almost picks it off. You know. So yeah, I think that gave Owen a little bit of respect for their secondary, so he's making sure he doesn't make a bad play.
Dan's pushing buttons again, and we lost a lot of our audio. I think it's back now. Ethan, can you hear it now? Ethan was looking at me like I can't hear anything, and I'm like, I can barely hear Steven.
All I wanted to do was turn the volume off on the cell phone. That's all I wanted to do.
You're pushing buttons again, Dan.
Well, I got these Mickey Mouse gloves on, and I hit what button? I turned 4 knobs.
Oh, I thought those were Michael Jackson gloves.
Ow!
No, there's no glitter in them.
Oh, okay.
What? Lily Pena. This is from Lily Areola. It says, Pena, Anna says the eyebrow looks nice tonight. Can you give us? Can you give us?
What is that?
I need to know what this is about.
Okay, so thank you, Anna, for calling out on that. So last Saturday was Daniel was getting ready for homecoming. My mom decided he needed to maybe trim his eyebrows a little bit, pluck them. So I thought, my unibrow's about to get there, so I probably need to do the same. So I go in with my electric razor and put the guard on, and I go from the middle of my head out with the guard on, and it does okay.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I decide to reverse direction and come from the outside in with that guard on.
Yeah.
It grabs
slightly different.
It grabs the hair, and by the time
did you scream like a little girl?
No, it's just by the time the guard cleared to where I could see the back end of my eyebrow, it was no longer there. So if you look at my left eyebrow, it's half there.
and what I'm sad to see is that you did not commit the other way. You did not even things out on the other side.
No, my wife and Daniel, I thought I was going to have to give him mouth to mouth. They were laughing so hard I thought they were going to pass out.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, but yes, that is the story behind the eyebrow. And Anna, you just lost points for calling that out on the air. Okay?
Ouch.
That's not extra credit? That's not. What's going on?
I'm just kidding. Hope things are going well for you at home. Look forward to seeing you back in class.
Guys, we've got about 4 minutes here before the third quarter is going to start here, as we've had an interesting LeSueur Advanced Automotive coverage right here. Before I forget, I did see Robert Ray chime in. I don't appreciate the comment, but people seem to like it because I'm getting smiley face emojis. I don't know why. I'm not any of the Stooges. I don't appreciate that comment very much. But
so they compared you to one of the Stooges?
Well, it says we're the Four Stooges, and I don't know how I feel about that. So. I don't know if it's guilt by association by the two people on my right that now. Yeah, we don't even give Ethan a microphone. That's the silent one. It's like Penn and Teller Stooges.
Harpo's the one that doesn't talk.
My Matty Moe or Jack?
I don't know.
It's Larry Moe and Curly, and then they had a guy named Harpo. Guys, really.
Can I just say that was well before my time? Can we just do that?
Oh, speaking of before your time, so I make the comment about Franco Harris.
Okay.
I thought you guys would pick up on it.
I didn't bite on it.
Danny did, because it's our generation.
Yeah.
Franco Harris was a star running
back. And by his
back.
generation, he means old.
He's the star running back for the Glory Days Steelers in the 70s. He was, when he retired, he's the second leading rusher of all time. He was number 32 for the Steelers, and so that was my comment about I thought Franco Harris was number 32, not 35, and I threw Wes and Ethan into a tizzy down there wondering what I was talking about. So
no, Ethan nailed me last week with his, you met your wife in March of '89? I was born in February. Ouch!
All I know,
man.
All I know is that the Blue Ridge Marching Band just played the Ghostbusters theme, and that was pretty fantastic. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, I was distracted by the little dancing duet going on to my left between Ethan and Wes. Man, they had their groove on in rhythm, So I wasn't even paying attention to the music coming through.
How many officials do we have?
7.
We have like a professional
7.
crew.
We have a 7-man crew tonight.
That's kind of cool,
And they all get to use their flags, Dan.
Wow,
all of them get to use their flags.
That is awesome.
2 extra flags.
Two extra sets of eyes not watching the game. That is awesome.
So,
excuse me, can I get some popcorn? I'm trying to ref a football game here.
Shane, what are you talking about? Aaron is completely getting his money's worth right now. Shane Walker, I can't believe Aaron's paying for this halftime show. This is good stuff. This is quality. It's not television. It's quality broadcasting right here.
Yeah. Our unorthodoxy is what makes people happy with our
unorthodoxy. Yes. Did you just add a Y to a word?
Yes,
That's like
I did.
people that think Spanish is just adding an O to every word. Steven, you're not.
That's like screaming at people when they're deaf, Or if you don't speak their language, you just yell English louder so they can.
That was a very ubiquitous statement. That was the best first downing I have ever seen. We've got 7 referees. This is really officially.
Yeah.
Shane's got his brain cooked over there on the sandy beaches of Maui, and he's just jealous he can't be here at 25 degrees in Blue Ridge.
So does Hawaii play football? I mean, what, they got like 4 high schools? and they fly between the islands? I mean, do you fly between the islands to play each other? How does that work?
When the list, like the top 15 football fields, those lists that come out or whatever, there's a field on, I believe it's on Oahu, that's right at the beach. It's beautiful. The Dome usually makes that list as well, but I usually see that one's usually on the list. So, guys, we're about ready for the third quarter right now, wrapping up the most interesting LeSueur Advanced Automotive halftime that we've ever had right now. So as we get ready for the third quarter, Round Valley did defer, so they're going to start things off as we move to the third quarter. Before we do, and before I forget, R&M Photography have got specialty custom notepad situation now. They're working on their printing services, and they're a sponsor of the live stream tonight. They sent me some of this last night. I don't know if it's close enough that you can see it. Oh, you can. Check that out. You want 10% off your next photo shoot. Let them know with code Let's Go Elks. That's R&M Photography on Facebook. Let Robert know you want to get a photo shoot, and you heard about it on Let's Go Elks. We love them as a sponsor and glad that they're with us. So we're getting ready for some third quarter action. Let's cut back to a much prettier view. All right, guys, 12 minutes on the clock. Third quarter, Round Valley leading by 6. Here we go. The ball's going to bounce about the 15-yard line.
Riley Hamlin.
Riley's trying to cut around the left side. He might have some running room. No flags on the field yet.
23 on the tackle. Nice hit
Yeah,
over there.
it gets all the way out to the 38-yard line.
Yep, they're going to mark it right about the 38-yard line. 7 referees. I didn't know that until I looked at the chat and saw. But, yeah, it's crazy. Oh, let's see. Shane Walker, we're on homeschool, but, yes, we have 5 schools that play Maui Interscholastic League. Playoffs, they fly to the other islands.
Oh.
And so 5 schools battle it out on the island, and then they go to the other islands.
Is he a flag master in Hawaii like he was here in
yeah, Shane, are you officiating in Hawaii? That's fun.
That's a new word I came up with just there.
No, you didn't, because there wasn't a Y on the end.
I can't believe they'd give up that much real estate for a football field.
Are you
Seth Wiltbank?
Seth Wiltbank won't quit. He's going to get a first down plus 4 yards there.
Good 13-yard gain.
Yeah.
Just a score from halftime. Thatcher Safford, 7-7.
7-7. And wouldn't that be flaggy mastery? Wouldn't that be what that is? I'm fairly certain that's how that works.
I'm taking an unfair level of abuse.
One of the 4 of us on this row is a teacher, certified teacher, and we're adding Y's to things.
I'm going to look it up.
He is a math teacher. There are Y's in math. But shotgun, we're going to hand it off right up the middle, and he won't quit. Who was that with the ball?
Funaki, I believe.
Funaki with the carry. He's not going to get anything on it. It's going to be 2nd and 10. He had to take a hard hit, though, to get that going backwards.
Yeah, I think that kid that got down on his legs was just hanging on, hoping somebody else would hit him.
I'm glad they can't even dangle to where he can bend at his knees there. This prior situation.
So Shane is a flaggy, officially mastery over there. He said he does when his boy doesn't play, so that's cool. Owen Young's going to hang on to it, I think.
Another no gain.
He's going to get about 2. It's going to be 3rd and 8. Blue Ridge adjusting to the run game a little bit.
Yeah.
Is this where we put it in the air?
Yeah, 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8. We see a little play action-y.
I'm gonna find unorthodoxy. It's gonna be there. I gotta look it up. Defend my honor.
Orthodoxy, ubiquity.
I'm just staying out of it. It's a great football game.
Sherwood, give us another word that doesn't have a Y in it.
No, Sherwood doesn't get to give us a word.
Real.
Orthodoxy?
Real. Orthodoxy is real.
So is that Seth Wiltbank?
Yes.
Seth Wiltbank with 8 with first down.
First down.
There we go. We're back to some football. There we go. Distract us and get us back to why we're here.
See, what we're seeing now is Seth Wiltbank is taking his time, letting the play develop, and then letting the over pursuit of the Yellow Jackets defense, much like the first possession in the first quarter. If you watch the replay, you'll see what I'm talking about. See, he's letting his blockers get out in front of him, and then he's just picking his way through.
Oh, sorry, went to it too late. That would have been so much more organic.
Almost.
Whoa. Crap. Owen Young to Seth Wiltbank. Seth Wiltbank gets to the 30-yard line.
Yeah,
nice
see,
drop.
another 5. So
Yep, nice drop by Ortiz out there on the outside. Got the block without getting a little handsy.
Oh, I'm not going to bite on it. Handsy is a word, but there's a Y on the end.
Yeah.
Just, Ethan, don't choke on your hot chocolate.
No, I'm going to have to think about everything I say.
Yes, you are.
You know.
No, just let it go. We'll let it go in a minute, and I'll forget. Just think more hardy.
Think more harder. That's awesome. Yeah. Here we go.
Nice. Good job there by the Blue Ridge defense stringing that play out.
So I was fine. I wasn't cold. And as soon as the third quarter started, now my hands feel it. Like I'm getting a little chilly now. So we're going to have to get back in the game, get moving again. Here in the Sierra Propane coverage of the third quarter here in Blue Ridge. The Yellow Jackets.
I'm deciding tonight was not a good night to wear ankle socks.
Sockies?
Yeah, ankle sockies, yes.
Them little sockies.
Yeah.
I'm not playing with you guys.
From the shotgun position. Quick pass to the right
Play
side.
Out.
Was that close?
No!
No, incomplete pass.
Incomplete. Good call.
And I would have that's
you.
That was close.
Well, let's watch it on the instant replay. I don't think he had full possession. I think he was starting to bring it in, and it got hit.
If he took, it was right. That was a very border. That could have gone either way. I mean,
he was attempting to make a football move, but I don't think he actually got it completely executed.
Yeah, I don't know if he got 2 feet on the ground.
It's close. That
close.
almost was possession.
Yeah.
Special K coming into the ballgame for the Elks. But, yeah, I think that could have gone either way. And I think the Yellow Jackets hesitated. There was 4 of them there, and they didn't just jump on it either way. 4th and 5. Your Elks going for it. Owen Young's going to roll to the right. Owen Young's going to get the first down. I think solo if he can get past this one. No. Brad, Coach Baca not happy with it, I don't think. Blue Ridge offense coming out onto the field. Brown Valley defense, 8:25 left in the third quarter of play.
Yeah, see, what we're seeing is a disciplined attack by the Blue Ridge defense. They are not over-pursuing. They're not biting it, and everybody is making sure they've got their man.
Yep.
So Blue Ridge has made their adjustments.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, they've been pretty disciplined. I mean, that end didn't. A lot of times that end will bite on that play action the other way, and he didn't. The bootleg was not there.
Here we go. Under center, handoff up the middle.
And nothing there.
2 yards?
No.
They're marking it 2-yard gain. Generous?
But
I think it's generous. The pile moved that far, but I don't think that's where the ball was. And you would never convince me that the side judge would be able to see that in a rugby scrum.
Well, in a rugby scrum on the far hash, we're on the other side of the field.
Yeah,
so.
he's marking the furthest extent the scrum went, in the ball carrier's in the middle of it. So you could theoretically back them up a yard or 2, and that would be an accurate spot.
Rugby's a good time. Oh, so here we see the little shifty offense happening again. Is 35 going to get the ball? Ooh, not a momentum there. Quarterback's going to hang on to it, going to the right side.
Nice job by.
Ball's loose! Ball's loose!
And we got it.
Loose! I believe.
They got it. They got it.
Blue Ridge got it back?
Yes. I
Did
tell
they get it?
Yeah, I could tell by Coach Brian Bell how his reaction
Oh, yeah, the
was.
coach's reaction.
Yeah.
we
Well,
didn't
Jovan
have
Ortiz causing that fumble.
7:33 left in the third quarter of play here. Sierra Propane's been around forever. I think they've been serving the community for a long, long, long time.
I was 12 years old when Dean came over to Dad's house and told him he was going to start Sierra Propane. And Dad was one of the first 10 customers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I remember in the kitchen of the house, they were talking about it. Because we had just bought that, Dad had just bought that house on Thunderbird. And Dean was over there checking a furnace he was checking a wall furnace that was in the house at the time.
So serving the Round Valley community for 36 years. So you got that put in 84 because that was the year I was born.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I just taken Ethan's lead on that one, I think, is what that is.
That's awesome. Thanks a lot.
So as a freshman, Dad was a
eighth grader.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 3rd and 1 for Blue Ridge right here in Round Valley territory. But Sierra Propane bringing you the third quarter action. Guys, huge supporter of Round Valley local sports. I think you'd be hard to find a Little League team season that doesn't have a Sierra Propane jersey somewhere on there.
Or a Sierra Propane banner on the fence somewhere.
Man.
Nice.
I'm not sure what – it's not – the line judge is showing it short. It's going to be 4th and short.
Yeah, it's 4th, yeah.
They got about a foot on that carry.
I'd look for a hard count, and then
they're going to try,
and then possibly a timeout. Although I don't know, London's like the Bells. He doesn't necessarily follow conventional gameplay, which is really good about keeping other teams off balance. So we'll see what he does.
He's in shotgun. This surprised me. 4th and a yard.
Not just pushing, but again with the shifty.
Yeah.
And they've been successful in this shifty movement as they offset. Now we're going to the left side heavy.
Backside blitz by Ortiz.
Not going to make it.
Oh,
he's going to cut
he's
through.
Gone.
Blue Ridges. Flag on the play
on
here.
The play. This is coming back.
Into the end zone. Flag on the play about the 10, was it?
Yeah.
Where's that ball at?
15, about
let's,
15-yard
Let's
line.
look it back again. I want to see it again. Again, Blue Ridge with this shift in their offense.
This could be a sideline warning, which would still make it a touchdown. No, he is marking it back here.
Penalty against. Yep, penalty. So, I mean.
Block it, yeah.
Block in the back.
Block in the back.
But that right there, when
He's
they
been
shift.
consistent on that call.
When they shift those 3 players, Blue Ridge is getting yards.
Yep.
And it's a little confusion, it's a little offset, but it's working. And so Roundall's got to adjust to that and not let that open up holes like it is.
Yeah, they get an overload on that side, and so then defensively, they have ran a counter back the other way a few times off that shift. So it's something that it's a good strategy. It's been effective for them.
All right, here we go.
.35 up Harris.
Without a helmet.
They normally
they normally blow that dead.
And he did.
That helmet comes off.
Well, as soon as the helmet went, he wasn't down quite yet, but you could see him stop and play. And he was in the middle of it. You don't want to see somebody get hurt on that.
No, that's a player safety issue.
Let's see if we can see what caused the helmet to come off, if it was the stop, if it was a solid hit here on the replay. Right up the middle.
His own player.
Yeah.
Hooked it.
I was wanting to give Round Valley some props here. So play right up the middle. Sorry we couldn't get back to it quite in time. Good for just a couple yards. That's going to be 4th and 2, it looks like, or 3rd and 2. 3rd and about 2 or 3 yards.
They're just saying we're going to line up across from you and see who can knock who back. It's
we've got to start digging in. We've got to start digging in on the line of scrimmage. And I imagine what they're doing now is they're double teaming Cisco and they're double teaming Funaki.
Ooh, hard hit right there, stopping things up, but the run's around the outside.
London's going to score.
Unopposed. He's going to walk it in, set it down rugby style. Touchdown.
They about got another block in the back out there. Their receiver had to back off the last minute. He was getting ready to make a foolish block on Ortiz, and he pulled it back.
Yeah, London just popped out with the ball.
Yeah,
everybody bit. They thought he was down,
yep.
And he just popped out with the ball and took off.
Yeah, he bounced it pretty well. Nobody on the outside.
And I think that's key. Round Valley's going to have to get in a position where they can see where the ball is. I think they're losing track in there.
Oh, their place kicker's London. That's who their place kicker is.
The only thing he doesn't do is snap the ball and drive the bus. So
the kick is good. So with 3:58 left in the Sierra Propane third quarter, the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets will go up 1 point.
I mean, they've literally built this team around P.J. London. What do they do next year when he's gone?
Yep.
Well, it's going to be a new coach, too. So,
well, and how many seniors? Did we ever get a count? This Blue Ridge team is heavy on the senior side of things. It's going to be rebuilding.
1, 2, 3, 4. I don't care.
No, I did. There's like 4 or 5 in a row, and I stopped counting. So Greer Land and Investments, another one of our sponsors that we got on the live stream tonight. Go see Bob and his team up there in Greer. The real estate market is just crazy town right now.
Oh, man.
And so if you're looking for a property in the White Mountain area and you want to be in the beautiful Greer situation, go see Bob Pollock and Greer Land and Investments. You can call Bob and Marie and Andrea today and check out their website at GreerLand.com, just down the road from your fourth quarter sponsor, Molly Butler Lodge. So thank you, Greer Land and Investment.
12 seniors on the Yellow Jacket
A team.
roster.
They can field a team of just seniors right now. Any shenanigans, or is it going to be?
No, it's going to be deep. They're not going to give us field position.
No.
Not with the way the Elks in the first half's offense was working here.
So a roster adjustment, 55 is Armando Garcia.
Riley Hamblin bobbles the ball just a little bit. One player through, but trips up. Round Valley's going to get to about the 25-yard line.
That was a one step away from a big break right there.
Yeah, and if you notice,
that middle of the field is wet.
Yeah.
We're starting to see a lot of guys slipping and sliding around, and that's going to become a factor in this ball game now.
You're going to keep to the outside, which is where we see Seth Wiltbank powerful if he can get around that outside corner.
Yeah, Owen needs to settle down. He needs to settle down and make some of those decisions a little bit quicker, maybe hit some of those receivers before they get 40 yards downfield. Because if you hit Jovan Ortiz 15 yards out, he's got breakaway speed.
Yep.
There's not very many people that can catch him on the mountain.
Clark tightens up before the snap. We're going to hand it off to, I believe that's Seth Wiltbank on the left side. Seth's going to get about 3 to 4 yards on the play, second down. Have you guys eaten at the XA yet?
I did when they first reopened and started feeding.
So new sponsor on the live stream.
Food.
They were a sponsor last week and this week as well. XA Bar and Grill. They've got some good food. They've got Choice Plus American beef, hand-cut steaks. They're going to be open starting November 1st, so get in there now. And
what was the dance before homecoming? Was it Sadie's?
Yes.
Lisa and I went in there the night of Sadie Hawkins.
Oh, miscommunication.
Oh, Rowdy didn't see it.
Rowdy was not even looking for the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guys are a little nervy. They need to settle down, realize we still have 15 minutes of football left to play. We need to start to execute. We are now getting in our own way.
And I think we've seen that all game. We were getting in our own way penalty-wise in the first half. Round Valley just not quite settled in playing their football yet. 3 minutes left in the Sierra Propane third quarter. Do you know that John Wayne had his own bar stool at the XA? Ball is in the air. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Oh, no.
How is that?
Wow. He just dropped that.
Hey, guess who the defender was on that?
Who?
London.
London all over the place. Kicks the ball, scores the
Telling you, he does everything but wash the floors in the locker room and drive the bus.
You don't know he doesn't.
Is he teaching class here too? Does he teach class in
He's on an emergency certificate. Funaki with the punt. It's going to be to the right side. Nice spin, though. I think we're going to see it in Round Valley's favor to the 35, 32-yard line. So, yeah, guys, go see the XA, new sponsor to the live stream. Glad to have them. And go get you a relaxing meal with historic Western ambiance. XA Bar and Grill, thank you.
Yeah, fun fact, my mom used to tend bar at the XA during that same time period. And they used to cook steaks there on the fire pit behind the bar.
Nice. Guys, I'm seeing audio coming through to the live stream. Just want to make sure with everybody else. I just got a text message saying somebody's having an issue. And again, here we see the shifty.
Yeah, 35 with the carry.
Going to get a good 5 yards. Brought down by Seth Wiltbank coming up from the secondary.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a lot more line play. They're pulling people. They're moving people around.
I think we've got about 9 people in the box by the time the ball is snapped most plays that we're really crowding the line of scrimmage. Oh, nice hit from the backside.
Well, we're not having the success in the second half that we had in the first half on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
We're starting to see maybe a little fatigue, maybe the cold.
Chase Wilkins, it does sound like food because we just talked about the XA, but I think I know what you meant. Thank you. 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. under center, 2 in the backfield. Going to hand off to number 1 man on the right side.
Nice job. Trace and Merrill slowed him down.
And Morgan Arona finally with the This is going to come right down to the last 5 minutes, isn't it?
Yes,
it's
it is.
4 quarters of football. 2nd and 9. Round Valley defense needs to dig in right here.
Pushing the time right here.
Oh, that's all right. Clock is still on our side. See, and now we're starting to tighten our belts a little bit. So, you know, we're starting to figure it out. We're starting to take that away from them. Maybe we can settle down on offense and get some things going. And I think it's just that, you know, we're so worried about making the big play that we've taken our eyes off the little ones.
But, no, look at it. We've got 9, 10 guys within 5 yards.
3rd and 8, London with pressure. Jovan Ortiz doesn't bring him down, though, but it gets picked up. I believe that was number 7. Did I get the number
2.
right?
2.
Was that
number
Owen?
2? It's Owen Young. Yeah, Ortiz held him up, and then Young finally come in with the hit to bring him down.
I want to see it again. I don't know about you, but guys, London is an amazing athlete to watch. He is not letting a lot of those sacks happen. He is all over the place. We're going to try to catch this replay before the action comes back here.
He shook off that initial contact.
Here comes Young hard and doesn't let it happen.
Yeah.
Ortiz hits him, and good thing Young was there.
Big defensive play for the Elks right now.
And he better be glad that Cisco did not put all of that pancake on him, because that would have hurt.
Yeah, so, well as Ortiz on the first hit.
Timeout.
But Pancake was right there.
Yeah.
I mean, him and Young were ready to just drop the hammer. So
end of the 3rd period, going into the 4th.
Lana, I turned up Steven a little bit. Are you able to hear him? Do we need to adjust his mic a little bit?
I'll turn me
Hey,
up
I can hear you a little bit better now. No, we turned him up. You don't need to turn up and adjust the mic. That's too much, Steven.
No.
No, see, that's too much, Steven.
It still amazes me that, you know, my sister now wants to hear me, where most of my life they've been trying to shut me up.
Well, there's distance. There's a lot of distance there, so it's okay now. It's okay.
Plus, they can always hit pause and fast forward.
Just mute it, yeah. Sorry.
Fourth quarter, you know. See if we are able to turn this momentum.
So nice adjustments made by the defense right there. Nice sets of plays, big sack there. We're going to see what Round Valley does with the ball.
London never saw that first man. It caught him by surprise, I think, that backside blitz by Ortiz.
Well, and I'm surprised it's taken that long to actually do that. You know, all they're doing is running the ball. You can put 8 men in the box and then start blitzing your corners and take that away. But I think the reason they're not doing it is because London is so explosive a runner that if he makes that edge, that seam, he's gone, because there's nobody out there.
That is a nice punt by London.
Starting the 4th quarter off. Oh, no! Did he try?
He went back to make the catch, and his back foot went out from under him.
Well, that's the longest pass that we've seen on the Blue Ridge Yellow Jacket side of things today. Round Valley defense is going to have to dig in hard right here. Let's take a look right here. I think you're going to see what Steven was talking about. Nice, beautiful punt. Lots of distance. It's up. He's trying to fair catch it.
No, it hits him in the breastplate and just pops right out of his hands.
Yeah.
It's cold.
London's
going to hang on to it. We're going to see. Oh, nice. London gets tripped up, though. Well, that's Funaki.
Yeah, I probably should have just let that go. Anyway, bounce back and come back.
Hit him in the chest, though, right? You got to let it go. We got to see Elks defense do it again for 3 more plays. 4th quarter football brought to you by Molly Butler Lodge. Molly's got the game going right now on their TVs up at Greer. Very, very thankful for them and their good food, their good hospitality, and they're just good people. 35, up the middle, 15's going to hang on to it.
Yeah.
Number 15 with the carry, that's Damon Mitchell.
So they're going to work the middle, open up the outside for London. Then when we shut that down, then they go back to the middle. It's getting to be pretty predictable now.
Yeah. Do you think they'll try play action or anything right here?
I don't look for it. I think they're going to keep hammering 35. He might try to roll out and maybe Blue Ridge's version of some sort of RPO.
Nobody's picked up the slot, man. Here we go.
Round Valley still not. He's open. They're not. They're looking for him.
Nope, in the dirt.
Another incomplete for number 4. That happened earlier in the first half. Reese Esparza.
Fourth and 9.
Yeah, Ortiz was trying to signal over here to Riley and Owen that, hey, I've got a guy that's in slot over here. You've got to pick
Riley
him up.
Was the guy that was already out here. He was the one that's signaling to that outside linebacker.
Yeah, so your free safety.
Yeah, there was some confusion on who was going to pick up that slot.
Yeah.
Here they come again, same formation.
So London's back in shotgun.
From the shotgun, looking
he's
to the right side.
He's
passes up.
Oh!
He connects. Number 4 finally makes that connection. Out of bounds, first and goal for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets.
Hamblin tried to jump the pass and ended up getting denied. So he advances for a few yards and then gets picked up by Rivera.
Yeah, 10.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter of play.
Got to stiffen up. See if we can hold them to a.
Is that a timeout?
Yep.
Timeout, Blue Ridge.
Yeah, we got to hold them out of the end zone right here. No.
Big defensive opportunity right now.
Yeah, this is actually I like this timeout for Round Valley. Simply gives them a chance to settle down and regroup. They've got to, London is everything that he was billed in the beginning of this game. He's a force to be reckoned with. But I'm just going to say it. Might work in the first couple rounds of the playoffs, but as soon as you get down to the other teams down in the valley who have as much depth or more,
isolate him.
A one-dimensional offense is going to get you nowhere.
Yeah, and really he hasn't done a lot tonight. That was a gun right there, that last play to get the first down, but we've held him in check for the most part. But he is a great athlete. You can see that.
Under center. Going to hand off to the right side. 24 with it, I do believe.
Yeah,
defense going to stop him up, though.
They're going to give him a couple yards of progress, but there's really nothing there.
Guys, it's a little chilly now, but it won't become March. You're going to want to book your ATV UTV off-road extravaganza adventure with White Mountain Off-Road. Give Ryan and Heidi Marble a call. You're going to want to get it booked on their website right now, whitemountaiноffroad.com. Book your 2021 adventures in the White Mountains. London hands off 35 or 15. I couldn't tell which one. There was a 5 on it.
Yeah, see, another 2 or 3 yard pickup.
But first and goal, all you need is 2 or 3 and down.
Well, we're not quite first and goal.
Oh, we're not? I thought it was first and goal, but it was on the 11.
They pick up this first down, then it's going to be an issue.
Yeah. So 2 more plays. I can't see Blue Ridge not going for it. I mean, maybe you boot it and you get 3, but I think they'd rather have the 6.
I think it depends. If they stay about here, if we
here's the shifty.
I expect the counter.
Are they going to go to the left side?
Nope,
we're running to the right side. London's going to hang on to it. He wants 6 more. Jumps, leaps, frogs, flag.
And that is a penalty.
Yes, that is a penalty. You are not allowed to hurdle anymore.
Really?
No.
Yeah. That was for the highlight reel.
Yeah,
that's what that one was.
That's a safety issue. You are not allowed to hurdle.
Oh, and we have a player
defender.
down. There's an Elks defender down on the field in the back.
Nah, he's not down.
Waved off.
What?
So what was it then?
Well, that's what they were.
No, now the flag on. What? Why is the flag?
They're flagging the coach being on the field.
The coach came to the player that was on the ground.
None of the officials understood that.
Well, he's got it now. I think the side judge is going to correct that.
They were coming to the player.
Yeah, he was coming to address the player.
The coach is trying to get off the field.
So they're going to wave it off.
You would think.
No, they're not.
What?
What? You have got to be kidding. That is a horrible call. That is just a horrible call. Poor communication.
Are you serious?
Every opportunity to fix that.
We get a dead ball unsportsmanlike because we had an injured player.
Okay. What is going on?
What was that call? How can they make that call? Are they going to wave it off now?
The officials are having a conversation now. I don't know what we're talking about at this point. Why not call a ref timeout at this point? Get your stuff together.
Yeah, the side judge is calling a timeout. And Bell's coming out on the field to find out what in the world, why we would get penalized. Why would we get penalized for?
They haven't moved the ball. So, but we believe this penalty on this side was because of the hurdle, because he left the air jumping over a player.
And I'm not up on the federation rules. I don't know that
changed.
I don't know that that's. I don't even know that's a thing.
I think they have fixed this.
We're going to find out. The White Hat's going to either wave his hands again or he's going to call off his own penalty.
Fourth down. Yeah,
we're going.
They waved it. They waved it off.
Okay.
Did they move
the brakes.
Back?
They pumped the brakes.
The ball wasn't moved.
So 4th and 3, 4th and 4. Round Valley, big defensive opportunity right now. Shift and pitch to the right side, 15. He gets the spin move. He's not going to make it, though. Defense. He's not going to make it.
Great defensive play there on the outside.
Round Valley defense getting it done. Let's watch it again.
Nice rally.
Hogle in on that action.
Nice rally right there.
One of the guys on that play.
Nice pop shot pop by Hogle right there as Round Valley's offense comes back.
So that's all right. So that could be a momentum changer. If we can now start to move the ball a little bit, we took 8 minutes off the clock in our first drive of the first quarter. We replicate that, go down and score. That gives them no time.
Yep.
Round Valley's Elks offense on the field, just under 9 minutes left to play. And your Molly Butler.
We broke the huddle with 12 guys
again.
In the same situation.
Yep. Illegal substitution.
Oh, we are so deep field right now.
Same thing as in the first half. Same field position.
You cannot break the huddle with 12. Now, here's the good news, okay? Participation, half the distance of goal. Or, I'm sorry, illegal substitution, half the distance.
Oh.
Participation, that's a loss of down.
Here we go. We're getting upfield with Seth getting it back.
And he does get the first.
No flag?
No flag. And we get the first down.
Seth Wilbank, again, despite all the penalties, we see the Round Valley Elks offense, namely Seth Wilbank, just charging forward. Offensively, Stephen, where do we see him right now?
154 yards rushing right now, averaging 9 yards a carry. I just feed him,
Feed the beast if it's working. Owen Young from the shotgun. Round Valley offense with the ball.
Here he goes again.
Round the outside. Right into 3 Yellow Jackets, just getting it done. He's going to get about 8 yards on the play.
Okay, if you look at the replay, here's my concern. When he gets into the secondary, he's got nobody out there with him.
There's no help. It was him and 3 guys.
And what you see with Blue Ridge is there's somebody always out there with London.
Oh, we're not going to be able to see the replay. We got to cut back to the action. Owen Young with the snap. He gives it to.
Ball's loose.
Did Blue Ridge pick it up again? They did.
Fumble. The exchange. They were battling on the exchange there.
That's. Well, now we just need a big defensive stance.
Yeah.
Again. Didn't we just say that? So this feels like it's deja vu. The Elks defense is getting it done over and over and over again, and we got to ask him again. We got to ask him again to get it done.
See if Earhart can make a play. He just came in. Funaki causing pressure.
That's going to be a loss of yards. They're going to scoot it back. It's going to be 2nd and 12.
Riley Hamlin up there on the pitch, man.
Yeah, but see, London's no fool. London knows that if he can control the clock, he's got this ball game because he's already up a point. He don't have to win big. He just needs to win.
Keep draining the clock.
Yeah. But at the 30-yard line, there's not a whole lot of clock you can run. You're either scoring or you're giving the ball back pretty quick.
I don't know. He could very well take 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
3 or 4 minutes, and that cuts the quarter. That cuts us down to 4 minutes to do something.
Pass away.
Nobody there.
No, it wasn't a flag on the play.
He was beat. You see the outside guy, he got beat on that out and up route.
So they're
Jovan Ortiz.
So now they've got a hold.
See, watch on the replay. He gets
defensive holding. So not quite pass interference.
And it's a better penalty because it's not the automatic first down.
No, they'll spot it short. So
just short.
But it puts them second in short yardage, so now they're second and 1.
It's almost like a 5th down for the next series. It's pretty hard to.
Yeah, this is.
We see him
cross.
He
picked it up.
Line official's going to call it as a first down. We're going to be right at the 20-yard line.
But that's enough for the first. So.
Little bit of love to White Mountain Chiropractic, the McNeil family helping us out for years and years now. Any adjustment, big or small, they'll make a huge difference. Go in and see them. They've got many, many different therapies to help you get feeling better. Go see Winslow McNeil at White Mountain Chiropractic at the Wellness Center at White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville. Under center, London with pressure. He's slipping and sliding.
They pick up the blitz.
Oh, and he's going to get in there. That's 6 more points for the Yellow Jackets. Big play for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets with just under 7 minutes to play in the Molly Butler fourth quarter action.
Yeah, it took a little time for Blue Ridge to get up and running, but they've now established themselves. But we came hard with the blitz.
Yeah.
And London just sat back, let everybody run by him. And
let the play develop?
Yeah, he just let everybody run by him, and then he took off.
Yeah,
and there was nobody in the secondary.
A couple of our guys slipped going by him, and that was that. Now, this is a big kick here. If we can block this or cause a miss.
Well, it makes it a 2-point ball game. So,
Dead center. Oh,
it's no good.
So, big swing here because now the question becomes, Round Valley comes and scores. Do you go for 1 to tie it up, or do you go for 2 and go for the win?
Let's get the touchdown. Let's get the touchdown first.
This is a scary position to be in, though.
Yeah, let's get the touchdown first. This this game has not disappointed at all.
That last drive before the fumble, we were moving. We were moving the ball. We'd gotten 2 fairly good chunk plays. See if we can continue that.
Yeah, what's killing us in the second half is time of possession.
Yeah.
Time of possession is just killing us right now.
Well, the bigger thing is turnovers. We had the fumbled punt, muffed punt, and then the fumble on the ensuing possession. We got to hold on to the ball. We can't put it on the dirt again. Can't put it on the grass again.
Yeah, and quite honestly, the Elks aren't used to playing in the wet, in the grass, in the mud.
A lot of variables.
We've been very spoiled in the dome.
Well, and even practicing outside in the cold, trying to give the team exposure to that, you can't say, well, let's hose down the soccer field so we can play in the wet. And look at the middle of the field right there. You see that big old patch of brown. It's slick. London with a boot. We're going to get a hold of that one at the 10-yard line. Ortiz is going to get tripped up. It's still on his feet. Helmets are off. He's still going. Nice moves. Going to get to about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, if
35 again.
Same guy.
If I'm the umpire, I'm having a talk with the coach and saying, look, his helmet keeps coming off. He's not properly equipped. Either keep him out of the game or fix the issue.
Yeah.
Sorry about that one, guys. I left the ads on. I got really excited at the kick.
Yeah, Ethan and I do that all the time.
Did you just say I just pulled an Ethan? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Well, it happens. We don't want it to.
Young off the right side.
Yeah, see, I still think we need to find a way to get that ball into Jovan's hands. Jovan's had kind of a rough game. It would do good to get that ball in his hands, let him use his speed.
How many carries have we seen by Jovan Ortiz?
One. That one.
Steven?
He's been targeted once.
Yeah.
Surprising.
Yeah. That's the one that went through his hands down here on big play potential.
From the shotgun, we're going to give it to Wiltbank.
Yes.
Wiltbank's going to get about 2 or 3 yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 3.5 or so.
I'm about to run out of space on my stat sheet over here for Seth Wiltbank. He's got 19 carries.
So much love from the people.
Third and 2, long 2. Plenty of time on the clock. We don't have to rush anything.
Now, and how many times this season has Blue Ridge been in this position?
We're going to hang on to it. He's going to get the first down. Owen Young's going to hang on to it. He's going to get another 10 yards or so on the play.
Nice.
Owen Young carrying that ball.
Yeah, now that's a little quarterback-on-quarterback action going on right there. So
I was thinking something similar, actually.
my knees are cold.
My knees are cold?
My knees are cold.
We're moving the ball. First down for Round Valley. 1st and 10 from Blue Ridge's 34-yard line. Yes.
Yes.
Those are little numbers on the hash there.
That was a nice job by Young there, keeping that.
Wiltbank's going to get it. Wiltbank stutter steps, though. He's going to get lost on the play. 2nd down.
Trying to let it develop a little bit over there, trying to find a gap.
Yeah, he's trying to find that crease between Hogle and them.
Chase Wilkins is really hoping that we can find a crease.
Yeah.
Second and 11. So Seth Wiltbank just stutter stepping there, not able to get moving north to south, unfortunately.
Here's a new look. I haven't seen this since early in the season. We have Funaki flexed out to the right side.
Flat?
Illegal procedure.
Against Round Valley.
I think he had too many men on the line. Or
not enough
on the line. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Jovan was still adjusting when Owen snapped the ball.
And I've got to give this line judge credit. Earlier in the drive, same situation, he let it go. So,
well,
he
normally
gave him a shot.
Give him an opportunity to happen again.
Normally they'll talk. You know, they'll give the player a warning, say, hey, look, you got to get set. You got to get on the line and get set.
And that's good officiating.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Let them play the game. So line up in the same formation, 2nd and 16. We are going to hand it off up the middle. He's going to get caught up, though. It's only a gain of a few yards. 3rd down.
About a 2-yard gain there.
We're starting to see a little wear and tear.
Yeah.
Some of these players are now starting to get a little banged up. I don't know that Blue Ridge was expecting a physical ball game or not. Because it's been how many years since we played Blue Ridge?
8. I think we decided it was 8 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Owen Young looking. He's got time. The line's giving him time. Cannot make the connection. Kyron Clark, your intended receiver, I believe.
Yeah, almost wondering
You
why.
go for it.
Well, I'm wondering why they're allowing the contact with the player defenseless on the ground.
I kind of thought about that, too. It's a little bit of a late
Well, it wasn't necessarily late. It was obvious it's an incomplete pass, and he's kind of defenseless on the ground, so why would you allow the hit?
Big play here.
3.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Molly Butler Lodge, 4th quarter action. Round Valley giving him the chance. Owen's got to get past this one, get past the next one. O'Reilly Hamlin, touchdown. Round Valley, no.
Yep, that is a good call. He was 3 yards past the line
I thought
of
he was
scrimmage.
too. I thought
he was 3 yards past the line of
it
scrimmage.
really seemed like he was, but I'm like, he wouldn't pass it if he wasn't.
Yeah, well, but he's thinking of the wrong line. That was have to give that to him. He was easily downfield.
I thought he was going to tuck and run. I thought Owen was going to go for the first down himself.
Well, that's the umpire's call.
And I think it was the right call. He seemed like he was pretty far up there.
Yeah. As he let go, I looked back, and, he was down around the 35-yard line, and the line of scrimmage is 36.
We're going to see.
Loss of down, first down. That's a loss of down penalty.
You take it, you turn it over.
Yeah.
So now the Elks defense comes back onto the field. 3.5 minutes left to play. Do we know how many timeouts Blue Ridge has? How many timeouts Round Valley has?
Everybody's got.
They got everything,
Everybody's
right?
got 3. 1 first down and it's over. Round Valley's got to force a turnover or make them go 3 and out. It has to happen right here.
Yeah.
This is the biggest defensive stand Round Valley will see all season thus far.
See if we see everybody's lined up in the middle. Shifty.
Backside pressure.
Giving it up the middle. It's going to be good for 2 or 3. 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7. 3 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, they're going to take all the time in the world. And, that's
it's
football.
good football. It's smart football. They got to get a first down. The crowd's saying, but you've got plenty of time in between each of those downs to do so.
Yeah.
Blue Ridge really trying to stretch this out. If Round Valley does get the ball back, as little time as possible. It's going to be 3rd and about 4. 2:35 on the clock.
Yeah, now we're going to start to see Round Valley use all their timeouts so that we can get the ball back.
Yeah, with some time. But this is a big stop right here. 3rd and 3, it has to be stopped right here.
Yeah, remember, every time London tries to drop back and pass, he ends up either getting sacked for huge loss of yardage or it's an incomplete pass. So he
breaks it for 12 yards.
Oh, yeah. Well, that happened twice. And okay. You stretch a defense out long enough, yes, you're going to have a seam. 11 guys can only cover so much field. He's a very athletic kid. I'm not taking that away from him. But right now, the game is literally on his shoulders at this point.
I would be shocked if we saw him drop back here.
Chase, I would agree. We need to see some whammy kablammy. I completely agree with that.
I see here a designed run to him to that strong side.
3rd and 3. Blue Ridge stopped up. Here's your shifty. Round Valley making the step. Are they going to counter the other way? No, we're going to hand it off. I think they stopped it.
They did.
Down.
The line judge is making it pretty close, but it looked like they stopped it up.
The line judge is in one spot and the side judge is in the other. The head lineman's in one location. So
they're calling it short of the first down. Now, what?
It's going to be 4th and about an inch.
No, he's going to measure.
But okay. 2:24 left in the ballgame. Your Elks trailing by 7. We are marking it.
There we go. They got it.
Yeah,
they got the first down. I didn't think they'd gotten it, but
I thought that was about a 2-foot generous spot.
First down.
It's not precise.
No, it isn't.
So
as long as the tolerance is consistent.
Yeah.
Right, is consistent throughout the game.
It is junior high do that side judge. It is kind of hard to mark that sometimes. It's because it's a judgment. Where did the forward progress get stopped? A lot of things that go into that.
Two minutes left in the ball game. Do you knee it at this point?
No.
Not yet.
No. Yeah, you need some progression. About 3 yards on the play. 2nd down right at midfield.
Stop the clock. Let 2 seconds go. Sorry about that. I was trying to give the clock operator some advice.
Yeah, Shane, I was interested in that too. Why did they spot the ball way over at the hash?
Yeah, they're putting.
When we checked that, when they checked the first down, why did they move the ball and not move the chains?
Because the spot is made by that judge on that side, on his
The
foot,
far sideline judge?
His foot, so they brought it over to where he said this is where it was.
1:42 left in the ball game.
So they heard me and they put time back on the clock.
Well,
the
yeah.
officials were paying attention.
Our coaches were in the side judge's ear, and he started waving it. So Chuck just counted back and said, okay, that's about where it is, and put 5 back on the clock.
Give it some seconds back. So 1:42 left in the ball game. 2nd and 7, right at midfield. Round Valley needs a big play right now. We're going to hand off right up the middle. 15 with it. 15's going to get the first down.
That could spell doom right there.
That should put Blue Ridge in a place where they can go into the victory formation here. 1:36 left in the ball game.
No, not yet. Because you got 28 seconds, so, well, with first down,
Yeah.
Now you can.
Yeah, they spotted it at 132, so we're looking at,
Should be there, right?
Yeah, there's not a lot we can do. I think we've got 1 timeout left. Best we can hope for here is a cold weather snap, a bad snap.
Fumble.
Something.
Timeout with 1:04 left in the ball game.
Now that's interesting right there.
Yeah, I don't know why they would take the timeout. Why not just go? Well, yes, I do. Okay, so if you take the delay of game penalty, the clock doesn't start until the ball is snapped. By taking a timeout, it's blown ready for play as soon as the team is on the field and set.
But they're not going to restart the clock. They're not going to restart the clock
the snap,
after timeout. So I had to take the delay of game, take the other 2 seconds off the clock, then call timeout. If you're going to call timeout, at least I'd take the 5 yards back and take a few more seconds off the clock.
But really, at this point, what does the 5 yards buy you, though?
Nothing, but, yeah.
I mean, the Blue Ridge has got 104. They don't need the timeouts.
No.
They're up by a touchdown unless, there's some kind of miracle football play that happens here.
It's a timeout.
There it is.
Yeah, and
timeout.
That'll be Round Valley's last.
Now this brings up a 3-way tie, and I don't know if they're going to if they break it through PowerPoints, which if they do, or through the rankings. If they do, Snowflake's going to be 3A East champion.
Well, what will this do for Blue Ridge in the power rankings?
It'll move them up. They were around 10th or 11th, 12th, somewhere in that area.
Not past us then?
No. But this could move them. Let me look. I've got...
One in the ball game. The clock now running.
Yeah, normally when you see a team go in victory, they tell everybody, okay, take it easy. That ain't happening.
No. No, this is not a...
We want the ball back.
So they're going to... Yeah, this is it. Yeah, they don't have to snap it. So Blue Ridge was 6th coming into tonight, so they probably will leapfrog us. Snowflake was 2nd. We were 3rd. Blue Ridge was 6th coming into tonight.
So from a playoff,
push us down to 8, 9, 10, somewhere in that area.
So from a playoff perspective, does Round Valley look to see a home game for the first round of the playoffs?
Most classy thing I've seen by fans, booing the Round Valley team as they leave the field.
And I don't clearly understand that. I don't think Round Valley played dirty, unless they're not telling the refs to get out because the refs following the Elks. But
yeah,
unfortunately, I don't understand that from the fans either. But
well, you know, Blue Ridge fans, they never fail to disappoint.
So Round Valley ending the regular season with another tight game. You know, nobody wants to see a loss, but here Round Valley's 2 losses, one 7 points, one 2 points. And so Round Valley's defense getting a lot of work done. And we just saw sorry, the crowd's super excited right now about what's going on.
Yeah, so now when they
So we're being told by some fans that the reason there was booing is because Round Valley adhering to the AAA guidelines and not having a post-game handshake.
Yep. Oh, bull crap.
it looks like Coach Oz is going out to kind of explain to the team what's going on.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, now granted, we have shook hands with every team we've played all
It's
season.
true. So I mean, it is what it is.
So I don't
we're not
understand.
at home. But we're not at home either.
Yes.
But if they were expecting it, then, then we should have
the only time we've last week was the first time they were allowed to shake hands. Because otherwise, that we went and we did the fight song over by this.
There was no
team.
post. There was no extracurriculars post field. Yeah.
They kind of waved across the field, and that was it.
Yeah,
Okay, so post game, what does this game do for the first round of the playoffs?
It says we've got a game next Friday. We're going to probably drop into the.
Yeah.
So Dan, are we playing home or away? How's that? Is it neutral field? How's this work for next week?
Well, it really depends on where we fall by the time the PowerPoints are tallied. I look for us to be away, to be honest. It's just going to be a matter of where. You know, looking back on this game, I don't, yes, Blue Ridge has the right to cheer because they came away with a point victory, but I don't think there was domination other than London.
Well,
London had a great game.
I honestly think the biggest factor was the amount of penalties Round Valley had.
Oh, my goodness.
I would be interested to find out how many penalties that Round Valley made, and that is not characteristic of Round Valley's team. And so what made us act so differently? I mean, was it purely officiating, or did we just make a lot of really little mistakes?
No, I think we could not get out of our own way for the most part. Look, I heckle the officials. I used to be one, and it's, kind of a bad thing for me to do. But bad calls are bad calls. They happen. Okay, fine. But the problem or the issue is in this particular game, we just miscues. Yeah. Miscues are the story of this game. And we just could not get anything going.
And it didn't go away.
No.
Usually you see them and then they go away. In the second half, we see a more polished Elks team on both sides of the ball,
right.
And it just didn't stop.
No, and then as soon as we get a break, we do something else to shoot ourselves in the foot. And, you get that point in the game where there's a soft panic, right? And everybody feels like they got to come up with the big play. They got to do something. The problem is, and I'm not digging on anybody, but things like when you signal fair catch and it's a high floating kick like that, let it go behind you.
Yeah. Well, it got him right in the chest, though. So I think he had the intentions of getting it. That thing just bounced hard.
Yes.
Bounced hard. But the huge opportunity play that was missed.
It gave him 1st and 10 inside the 30, which ended up resulting into a P.J. London touchdown.
Right here with Owen Young. I don't think that the receivers, or don't think the defense stopped covering Riley Hamblin because they saw Owen cross the line of scrimmage. I think had Owen thrown that ball 3 yards prior, we would have seen an Elks touchdown there. So misstep. So I think, Dan, it's lots of little missteps that really got the Elks tonight.
Yeah, that right as he was crossing the line of scrimmage, Riley broke open and he saw it, and instinct took over. Throw the ball.
So we don't usually see Owen Young misstepping on passing like that as well. But in the first half and in the third quarter, we saw a Blue Ridge passing defense that just would not let us get the ball to our receivers.
Well,
in
Round Valley's passing defense, you look back in this game, and there's less than 100 passing yards and over 200 rushing yards, I think, per team, or very close to it.
Yeah, I didn't keep the.
Everything was between the tackles tonight. Everything, this was a Seth Wiltbank and P.J. London show. They were the offense on both sides.
You know what?
So that was going to be my next question. Was really who were those standout players? Who did we see it? And obviously it was London. 35, I would give some props to. He had some big runs up the middle, lost his helmet twice during the game. So 15, 35, and 10 for Blue Ridge are really who I saw. So on Blue Ridge's side, Damon Mitchell, Franco Harris, and PJ London, and 35 sophomore. And so Blue Ridge has got, I think, a really good tool there to use in the next 2 seasons. Not anybody that's going away.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Now look back at your stat sheet. Franco Harris, the other kid, and P.J. London, all seniors?
Yes.
No, one sophomore.
One sophomore.
That's what I'm saying. Franco's a sophomore, and so something they're going to be able to use for the next couple seasons. But P.J. London, a senior.
Damon Mitchell is a senior. That's 15. They're key players. Had a chat after the game with one of their staff members up here in the box, and he doesn't see it being much of a game next year based on our rosters. He thinks it'll be a one-sided affair.
Blue Ridge losing a lot, and if they lose their coaching, you always have a stutter step there typically when you have a coaching change. Philosophies change, how you play the game changes a little bit, and so.
Yeah. Well, tonight's game. We did more to ourselves than what Blue Ridge did.
Yeah, the penalties stacked up. They stacked up early. They stacked up often. They stacked up hard. But that's why I think on Round Valley's side, we give so much love to Mr. Seth Wiltbank, because every time we got a penalty, Seth Wiltbank would run 15.
Yeah.
He would make up for those penalties, and so.
Well, and let's be honest, okay. When P.J. London is 90% of your football team, as far as things he does, he kicks. He runs the ball. He passes. If he could throw it in the air,
all of the things to himself.
If he could throw it in the air, run down and catch it, he would. And when you're one-dimensional like that, Yuma Catholic, Push Ridge, those guys, what are they going to tell their defenses? See number 10?
But you know what?
So why were we
good enough? You still got to stop it.
So, but why were we so unable to isolate him then?
Well, but we did. We
did.
What was coming.
Scoreboard doesn't say that we did.
But
I would like
had
to
two
see
plays. He had 2 big plays.
Yeah.
I mean, he broke containment a few times, but as far as dominating, we gave him the ball on the 30-yard line.
I don't think that's giving him enough. I don't think that's giving him enough credit, because his punts. That's what I'm saying is, you can't isolate punting. But why did we not do a more successful job in isolating him? Because
it wasn't in this game. It wasn't a matter of isolating P.J. London. The defense did their job and controlled him in the ball game. We gave up a couple of big plays to him.
But
the game came down to us shooting ourselves in the foot, giving them the ball inside the 30 on a muffed punt, turnovers, penalties.
We had 2 12-men breaking the huddle.
Yeah.
Again, little mental breakdown.
Inside our own 10-yard line.
Both of those put us on the goal line both times.
So how many times was Owen Young taking the snap
from the 5 or closer?
Yeah, inside the end zone. So this is not a Blue Ridge victory. This is us basically shooting ourselves in the foot.
Around Valley self-defeat.
Yeah.
Guys, go ahead.
I look forward. I hope we play him again. It'll be a different ball game under different conditions.
Oh, absolutely. This is one that we need to get back.
Yeah. They took advantage of the conditions we had. They caught some breaks that, close games you can't turn the ball over.
No, you cannot.
And they took the ball from us more than we took the ball from them in worse situations.
But then our defense steps it up and gave Round Valley many, many, many opportunities we just couldn't complete. We couldn't get out of our own way, and we couldn't finish, I think, the way that we needed to. Again, I honestly think if Owen Young would have passed the ball 5 yards prior, even if it wouldn't have been an Elks touchdown, Riley Hamblin would have put us in the red zone, would have put us in a 1st and goal situation.
Yep. But I want to make one key point. If you think all the way back to Safford,
okay,
in our post game, we talked about what are the Bills going to do? Now they're going to take this game. They're going to look at it. You learn more as a team from your defeats than you ever do from your victories, because you think you did everything right. It doesn't, regardless of what the score says. If you win, you think you did everything right, even though really, in reality, you might not have.
Does this wake up Round Valley for the playoffs?
I think this is an excellent opportunity to wake Round Valley up, get them to concentrate on the road in front of them, and move forward. I really do.
Stephen, the likelihood of us playing a home game next week?
High.
You still think we still have a first-round playoff win?
You got to be in the how they're doing it this year is you have a play-in round like they do in other sports. I'll double-check with the first 8 teams.
So we'll let Stephen check on that for just a sec. And, Dan, I want you to give us your thoughts on the Round Valley side of things. Obviously, Seth, we've been talking about, but who are some key players Round Valley did? Before we do that, I want to give some love to White Mountain Ponderosa Realty. We talked about how the real estate market's just blowing up right now, and it's not just in Greer. It's happening in Round Valley as well. Dan will tell you how booked he is right now just in general, right? Even on the surveying side of things. So it's not just buying and selling homes, but if you see a beautiful little piece of property and you need Dan to come out and line you out and get things leveled and set, you want to talk to White Mountain Ponderosa Realty. They bring the post-game action here. All of our post-chat, our interviews, things like that, all because of White Mountain Ponderosa Realty. You can go to ponderosarealty.com and you can see a list of all their available properties right now. And the real estate market is crazy. And you need somebody to hold your hand and help you through that process. Just like Pioneer Title takes care of you on the title side of things, you want White Mountain Ponderosa Realty to hold your hand and take care of things. I've worked with Richard Ayers, one of the people on that team, on both sides. I bought a home and sold a home with him, and so we've got Deanna Elmer that works in that store or in that location. We've got Brenda Szyminski. We've got a friendly staff there. They recently rebranded and localized their brand to White Mountain Ponderosa Realty because they wanted to keep things more in the community and have a community-based thinking, community-based practice. And so you want to give them a call at 928-333-2121. White Mountain Ponderosa Realty. They have free notary services for the community. You're going to go see them just next to Cowboy Up. So go get you some stuff from Jeff Wells. Right across there, the little cabin situation, right nestled in there on the hill, right by North Country Healthcare. Go see the great team at Ponderosa Realty in Springerville, Arizona. They also handle rentals as well. So if you're not in the market to buy, sell, you want to throw a rental on there, get with them as well.
Well, I was mistaken. They're calling it a play-in round, but it really isn't. It's the top 16 still. So the top 8 do not get a bye. It's one plays 16, 2 plays 15, and so forth. So we're going to be right on the
cusp, right? Depending on the PowerPoints?
Yeah.
Oh,
we're going to be right on the cusp of 8, 9, 10.
So if we're 8, we'll play 9 at home, right?
Yeah.
Is because the way that the bracket shakes down?
Yeah.
If we're 9, we go to 8.
Yes.
And then, so, we're going to be right on the cusp. It really depends on how far this drops us in the rankings.
Yeah.
And we'll know that in the next, 2 to 3 days. Usually those get ironed out.
Tuesday. We'll know by Tuesday.
Who could we be playing? Because if we're going to go on the road for this thing, we got to figure that out.
So usually it's the next day. So by noon tomorrow, we'll probably know.
And this game is next week. Yes? So next Friday. So next Friday, so fans that are watching our post game, we will have to get ourselves organized and figure out what Let's Go Elks is going to be able to do. We're in playoff territory, so things change. There's media rights agreements that we have to sign with the AIA and the host schools, and so I will start working on that once we know what's going on. If it's in the dome, it's obviously easier. I call Jeff. We get we sign the papers. We get things going. Yeah. If we go on the road, we got to figure that out.
Yeah, it doesn't say like it usually does. This is the 1 week ranking. This is the first rankings. They came out on Tuesday, so it doesn't say seeding will be on Saturday. Maybe it will be a little bit later this year. But teams we're going to look at competing with are going to be Safford, Wickenburg, Phoenix Christian to see where we're placed.
So what about a Safford rematch in the first round? That's a possibility?
Yes.
And here we go. So if Safford is 8 and we're 9, we're going back to Safford. If we're 8, they're 9, Safford comes home. Man, that's an interesting thing just from a psychological perspective, right? You want to come off this loss, rah, get crazy, and you come back to possibly play the one other team that beat you this season?
It's going to be interesting, but again, it gives us an opportunity to get back our 2 losses, and I look forward to that. So I think we just get prepared and we play whoever they put in front of us. We've got to. I don't know that we need to worry too much about who exactly it is. Of course, we want to prepare, but we know generally the 2 or 3 teams it's probably going to be.
Yeah, and we've just got to come out and play our game.
Yeah.
The two losses we've had, we've struggled doing what we do.
So elevation advantage obviously kicks in if we see a Phoenix Christian type of situation, right? If we have to go that way.
I would love to play Phoenix Christian. I enjoy that team. I enjoy their coach. I think he's a upstanding guy, and I want to see
if we
Russell.
I want to play Phoenix Christian in Sholo.
In Sholo?
Outside.
Not at Coronado. Not at Coronado High School in Scottsdale.
No,
not in the dome.
Not in the dome. Not in the dome. Out here, just like this.
Frozen tundra.
Because that is, I can remember
elevation and weather.
Yeah,
both
playing
of those
playing Wickenburg in conditions just like this.
And them
cold.
Them wheeling the oxygen out on the field quarters.
Oh yeah, to try to get them back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because cold air is hard to breathe. I mean, it's hard. And then when this valley fills up with smoke, it's tough. So.
And thin air is hard to breathe on top of that.
Yeah.
So.
Thin air is easy to breathe. There's just not a lot of it.
Well, yeah.
Not a lot going on.
I got a final from the Thatcher Safford game from my buddy down there. That's helped us out a couple
Our Gila Valley correspondent?
Yep.
Yes.
Final score 27-14 Thatcher. So we will not be, if we're playing Safford, it will not be in Safford.
Safford's going to see a drop.
They're going to see a drop.
Yep. Well, that puts how many losses they have? 3?
That'll give them 2.
2, and now we've got 2.
Yep.
Yeah, but we were well above them coming into tonight. So how do you think they felt? Hey, we beat Round Valley and we're ranked 8th and they're ranked 3, coming into tonight. So. But yeah, they're
you
down.
look at scheduling as well.
Yeah,
I'd like to see. I'd like to see Safford's schedule for the season.
That'll come. Just like us being behind Snowflake, it was understandable. And you looked at the overall schedule. But yeah, they were 8 coming into tonight. They're going to be 4-2. We're 5-2. So we'll be considerably above them. So, but it could be a Phoenix Christian situation, Wickenburg situation.
So Ethan's telling us that he was notified the penalty count for the night. Round Valley with 12 penalties, Blue Ridge with 2.
Yeah, and I think that's got more to do with the crew than it does the team.
Well, and I'm going to give it both ways. And maybe part of the reason that we fell so off base was because of the officiating, things that either we weren't called on earlier in the season or we, again, were just off our game a little more than we normally are.
Well, no, there's no doubt. We were off our game. And we were committing infractions that we shouldn't have been committing. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not the refs' fault there were 12 men on the field.
right.
That's nothing they did.
And we saw some of the holds that were pretty blatant holds,
But, but those kind of calls go both ways.
Yes.
And we didn't see a lot of that going both ways. I was watching Jovan get held on the offensive side of the ball, but yet that flag didn't come out. I'm seeing Cisco getting high load on the line of scrimmage, which hasn't been allowed in 10 years, but yet for some reason tonight it was no big deal. So
and then the hurdle call that we think was a hurdle call that was then peeled away, and then almost
that
the sideline warning.
It results into a dead ball unsportsmanlike because the coach is going out to check on Cisco, who was shaken up on the play.
And thankfully we were able to pump the brakes on that, and then the officials were able to fix it.
They got that right. I'll have to look. If I have some time, I'll pull out the NFHS rule book. See on that hurdle. I know it used to be a rule, but it may have changed as players have gotten more athletic. They may have rescinded that.
Well, it seems like most of the rules now are more safety based, and you would think you would be enforcing something that would just add risk, right? Unnecessary risk to a play, both offensively and defensively, with something like that.
I would think so.
So any final thoughts as we kind of wrap things up? I mean, I'm letting these guys put as much stuff up as possible. I'm telling you that right now. That's why I'm still talking. No, not at all. But no.
Thanks, Ethan.
But I just want White Mountain Ponderosa Realty to know how much we're thankful for them in sponsoring the post game and the conversations that we're able to have. This is kind of a pivotal point right now. We're talking about leaving the regular season, going into the playoffs. You kind of shift your thinking as a team, as the strategy changes. I mean, because now it's play or die. Now it's you play or you're done.
Win or go home.
Right.
Yep. Win or go home.
And this is where the difference between 2A and 3A comes in. Because normally an 8-9 game we wouldn't be real concerned about, or 8-10, 7-10. But 3A, 8, 9, 10 are pretty good teams.
Yep. Yeah. So this will be interesting. So once we know, Stephen, if you see them posted, we'll get it on there. We'll try to make a post. We will try to possibly do a podcast here next week to try to talk about that once we know who we are playing and it's not speculation anymore.
Goes in the orange.
Yeah.
But, Stephen, any last words as we exit the building here?
Yeah, I need to apologize. I kind of lost my cool right there at the end of the game. I was a little upset at the Blue Ridge fans. I was off air, but I shouldn't have reacted that way.
Just a bit of insult to injury, right? Just yeah. It doesn't. I wasn't expecting a bunch of boos, and I'm like, okay, they're not booing at the officials. They're not. It took me to.
Their team won, so why
yeah,
are they booing?
It took me a second to realize why.
Well, apparently they just get really jazzed up about sportsmanship and, COVID restrictions be darned. They just rather, whatever. It's over. Let's go.
But yeah, I think we're in good shape. I mean, on a normal night and the type of nights you're going to see from here on out as far as field conditions, our offense is still going to be tough to take.
Yeah.
For anybody.
Mr. Muth, Dan sorry, I cut you off, Stephen.
Nope,
you weren't done.
I'm
you good?
I'm good.
Dan the Truth Muth, among many, 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 many other things.
I think this is a good opportunity to fall back, regroup, look at what you did right, fix what you did wrong. We're heading down to the valley, so I am going to get on out of here.
We got to get Mr. Muth out of here. He's been playing Mr. Mom, cook, chef. I'm not going to say some of the words Lisa's calling him this week. No, he's going to take care of his wife. They've got softball down in the valley. So, Mr. Muth, thanks for joining us as always.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Boom. All right, we're going to wrap things up with a little bit of Mr. Ethan Holiday right now. Ethan, talk to us what you saw. So you got to see a lot of angles that nobody else ever gets to see because you're lining things up, you're going to cut, and you're making changes. So talk to us about what the game looked like from your perspective, from your 10-inch window of the world.
It was a really hard-fought game. It felt like very physical. I definitely felt like the field was an issue because there's a lot of slipping, sliding. I think we were trying to make a lot of cuts that we couldn't. We were trying to do a lot of, speed moves that just weren't there for us.
Well, Seth couldn't cut the way he normally, and maybe that's why Jorvan Ortiz didn't carry the ball as much. Is if he's not able to cut and mob and move the way he is, or Owen Young isn't able to make the moves that he was. That makes a lot of sense. And we feel cold here in the middle bleachers. How much colder, Ryan, was it down there on the grass in the wet?
Night and day.
Night and day, much colder down there?
Yes.
And so that obviously has to be a factor. That has to dial things in.
All fairness, they are standing on a pile of snow over there.
Literally snow over there on the other side.
Yeah.
And I got shivery right there in the second half. And so they were feeling it. Coming back out from a warm locker room after halftime. But what else did you see, Ethan, besides the wet field? Obviously, the things that we talked about, lots of just little things, lots of mistakes, lots of officiating penalties that we saw this game.
Yeah, say what you want about the refs. When they don't go your way, you always feel like it's bad officiating. When it goes your way, you're like, well, they're doing a good job. So
yeah, things slide a little differently that way, right?
But at the end of the night, I just really want to talk about this Legacy Teen Center crew. The work they've done, the advice they've taken from me, and I feel very privileged to be able to work with them every week to help them, and I think they make me look good. They give me the shots I need. They work hard, and it's not easy to sit and run a camera all game and stay dialed in, and they just do a great job, and I just feel very privileged to work with these guys. They're awesome. Daniel, Ryan, Rustin, Cody, they've been here pretty much every game, and they're killing it.
We just for a little bit of back on that for those that aren't as familiar with our collaboration with them, the Teen Legacy Teen Productions, the Lodge in Round Valley that's coming next year, and the Loft Teen Center that's in St. John's. What we're doing is we're working with them to help them learn videography skills. We hope to expand to podcasting, journalism, some writing things as well. And so what we're doing is in a collaboration with them is we bring them with us. We feed them pizza as much as we can, and all these things happen because of our amazing sponsor family that we have that helps us feed these kids because they eat a lot of pizza.
They do.
But it's with this collaboration that we're able to do some fun things with some fun gear. Judge Latham has been super supportive, and he's the person that hasn't left either. All of a sudden, he's here running a camera most games, and so a huge shout-out to Judge Latham and everything he's doing.
I mean, I think it's awesome, talking to especially these two Pena boys who've been helping us out, being able to get down on the field with that awesome camera and get the shots that they get and learn and grow every game and get better. We've had Daniel behind the switcher, the video switcher, like learning how to actually do some video production.
So I don't think Daniel can leave until he finds a replacement, and Ryan doesn't count, by the way. Just letting you know, like, you can't graduate and leave Let's Go Elks, and Ryan doesn't count as your replacement. So
I might not be here next year.
he might not. I don't want to hear any of that business.
Oh.
Okay, I don't. This is just I don't know. I can't go on now. He's gonna have to switch to soccer. So Ethan, any last things? Anything from your side, from the video switcher on the video production side of the house tonight?
No, I think we're trying to get better every week. I think we're doing our best to give you guys good shots, and I don't know. This one really was kind of tough on the old ticker because you felt like we had so many opportunities, and right when we would get things going, it just
penalty.
Either it was a big penalty on a big play, or it was a turnover, a fumble, a muff punt. Like, just every time we tried to get going, especially in the second half, it just stopped. We would get a little bit of momentum going our way, and then just boom, 2 steps back. So it was like a game of shoots and ladders, and I never win.
Well, in Round Valley Elks defense not quitting. Every time that would happen, every time they were asked back onto the field.
They were playing so well. I mean, I'm like, going into the fourth quarter, and when they had that huge stop down on that end of the field, I'm like, oh, we've got plenty of time. We're going to drive it down. We're going to score. We got this.
Over and over and over again, the Elks defense getting it done that way.
Yeah.
Not on purpose, but we are eclipsing our 3-hour mark, which seems to be like our golden average of what our live streams are. And so, guys, they've been kind enough to leave the lights on for us. We are going to go ahead and start tearing down. It is fairly chilly, and there is flag football happening in the morning. So,
oh, man.
So from Blue Ridge, this is the Let's Go Elks team in collaboration with Legacy Teen Productions. So tonight, your crew, Mr. Daniel Pena, Mr. Cody Eager, Mr. Ryan Pena, Rustin McBride. On the microphones, we had Mr. Stephen Pena right here, Mr. Dan the Truth Man Muth, Ethan Holiday working the video production side of the house. I'm Wesley McBride. I still don't know what I do here. I just sit in a chair and type on a keyboard.
You're the glue that holds us all together.
I'm something like that. But, guys, yeah, give us a like, give us a follow on our social media network so you can know when we're going live. Again, as soon as we know more about where we're playing and what we're playing, we will put those links out there. But look to find us again on YouTube, Facebook, and even on Twitch we were tonight. And so from Let's Go Elks, you guys have a good weekend. Be safe. Make good choices.